wins. And you can come in the studio and you can have the first swipe of my hair. I was about to be inducted the following week into the Parkway Hall of Fame, which by the way shows you how low the standards are for the Parkway Hall of Fame. But all I could think about was doing my speech that night, bald. God bless Chris the next morning, or the next afternoon, he called me, he goes, dude, you don't have to shave your head. I took him to a Cardinals game. And there are many people that aren't very happy with me to this day. And I recognize and appreciate that. So no wagers that involve my hair or anything like that. And I guess I bring that story up because it's so hard to predict politics. You know, I've been in this business for a long time. I remember 1992 when this guy from Arkansas thought that he would be president. Nobody knew who he was, and some of us thought, oh, there's not a chance. And you saw what happened with Bill Clinton. So thank you for coming out. We really appreciate it. It's going to be very interesting to see this whole process unfold. Some of you filled out some information for some Dave & Buster's cards, so we have some things to give away. Now, these are $25 gift cards for the arcade. You can't use them for food and drink apparently, but if you want to play some games, you're welcome to do that. And I'm pretty sure that Fred Bottomer will play with you. Fred and Abby are back there, by the way. Raise your hands. Those are my producers, or Bottenheimer, as you know him. So I'll, hey Trisha, should I just have them come up here and grab I have the gift cards. I guess I just have to okay, meet her over here. Steve Sullivan, you are a winner. And you're going to win a stuffed animal tonight, Steve. Andrew Simmerup, you're also a winner. Leah Olmstead is a winner.
Yeah, Leah.
Dale Ostrich, did I get that close? Tim, I have no idea what your last name is. ACMSTE. Okay.
Olmstead.
It's him. How do you pronounce that? Oh, that's an L? It looks like a C, Steve. Just as one person with poor penmanship to another, God bless you, I appreciate that. Ben McGuire is a winner. Pat Farwig is a winner. And Jackie Sher are all winners. If you come up here, show your ID, prove your COVID vaccination, and we'll give you the cards. Hey, have fun tonight. We'll see you guys. Thank you.
Okay, short but sweet, right?
So if I put cameras up, there will be no audience.
Right.
Give me a hug.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you.
I came over on purpose to take a bite. I had to do it.
Good to see you.
Sorry. How's it going, Brad? I freaking love you on the show. You're just such an awesome addition. And I love that Christopher has joined the chat again because it's always effing interesting.
Yeah, where's he been?
It's busy with life, I'm guessing. I mean, I love his well-constructed, well-thought-out, from what I consider factual answers to some of the generalized statements.
Recently.
Just been busy. That happens.
I think so too. He seems like that kind of guy. So.
I started bugging him on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You lured him back in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Does he tweet much at all, or does he share stuff or whatever?
I get his Pfizer stuff a little bit on Twitter, but my Twitter's so jacked right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I share stuff occasionally.
All that fun stuff. Did you get your account back? Whatever.
No, I finally created a new one, but I had to use my work email.
I didn't hear nothing.
Now, I don't get notifications, like, I'll get, like, updates or whatever, but I have a rule where it sweeps into, like, my breaks folder. So I don't really read what comes through, but that was the only way I could do it. I had my Gmail, my Yahoo account. I kept trying a few times, and finally, I don't know, less than a year ago, 10 months ago, I finally got another one. So
I'm trying to figure out which camera I'm going
nice. Getting it going.
I don't know. We're winging this.
Yeah. We're going to see how this goes.
I know. I get it.
But she does put up a good talk sometimes, because I went to Lincoln Days in Springfield and spent the weekend, and she was a speaker, and what's his name, Byron Donald.
Yep. He's great. You liked him, right?
I love him.
Okay, I was gonna say, don't say bad things about him, because
I love
we
him.
had him on the show once. Byron Donald.
Oh, yeah.
He was so personable, and I
I
love
said
him.
on the air earlier
I
this
want
week,
him to be a candidate
if
someday.
he's the
so
vice
badly.
president, then for Trump, it would be Trump Donalds. And I think that's funny. I'm not like an advocate
You gotta
for
save
it, but
that one
yeah.
if you haven't used it on the air yet. It's so good.
All right. Good to see you. Sarah said she was not coming. Do you want to start? All right. You're good. You're good. We're here. We're live. Which is this the microphone? Can you guys hear me crystal clear? And Brad, you talking to your mic?
Hey guys, how's everybody doing?
No, you're good. What's up? I don't. Is she here? I'll have to wait and see. I haven't seen her yet. She hasn't said hi to me yet.
If you guys
Yeah, I
can hear us,
better.
make sure you let us know in chat. Volume and all those things.
I am not sure. I know she's in treatment. Right. All right. Has been. All right. No. I'm just gonna chatter back. Yeah, I don't think so. All right, we are at Dave and Buster's right now, getting ready for the debate. If you guys can all hear me, make sure you. I'll do the number thing. The number is 43. Can you hear me, Brad?
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. I'm not wearing headphones. We've got, I'm gonna show you here real quick. Yep, they can hear. Let's turn this around. I'm gonna add that camera in. This is the evening that we're looking at. People go, I can't turn it any further than that. The people are all up on the stage as well. So we got about 100 people here. And I was showing on the stage, I was talking on the stage the last time we had this event, which was it was the Trump Hillary debate that I think took place in St. Louis.
Oh yeah.
So it was the you'd be in jail debate from Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, and we had this place so packed. It was way overpacked. The general debate or whatever. We worked with David Buster's to kind of make sure we had limited amounts so everybody would be able to have a seat in here, and we've got that covered. So we're grateful for everybody who's showing up to watch this debate with us. And how this is going to work, I don't know. You guys have to give us some feedback. Give Brad some feedback here.
Yeah, I'm trying
The
to.
quality of the audio with the ambient noise that you're hearing in the background, because when the debate actually starts, we are going to be in a position where we are going to maybe mute the audio and just clip the Brad set up this whole thing and made it so that the broadcast here is just so it looks as though the candidates have taken the stage. Oh, we're gonna say hi. Oh, you want to be in a picture? Okay, what's in the picture?
I think I did it.
Good? Live, right now. No, you're fine. Okay, did you want a picture? No, you don't. Okay. What did you say? No, that's a picture taker. Sitting in my recliner, just getting more tired every day. Maybe you are a fighter, we are praying for you. Your treatment and everything is as wildly successful as it possibly can as you're working with your health. You're saying, John, saying, but like a very upset.
What I'm listening to is basically what's going on through my sound, but I'm not.
So if they wanted to.
Well, candidates future stuff. That maybe the best candidates built up many reservations from 2021. That's really going to be one of the big questions.
I mean, somebody's got to make the case. I got the same
ask
idea as
myself
Norm
is, does any of what's about to happen on this 2-hour debate series affect your thoughts and opinions
Unless you make that case that Trump's the worst. They're going to say,
I don't know that it's going to
Judge Sloan is making a point that this is no way to survive the debate.
It is about 4 minutes away, and so what we're going to invite you to do is turn the thing on in your house. We currently don't have the right to stream the debate so that you can actually watch it. But we're encouraging you to turn the debate on your house. It's being broadcast live on Fox News, and watch the debate. And then while you're watching the debate, you can join us here on the YouTube live chat. And we're just going to comment our thoughts as we go through. I'm going to feature your comments. We will react to your comments. Brad and I are going to be watching as you guys are reacting along with us. And when you make good points, we'll talk about the type of comments that you make. If you make dumb points, we might comment on some of these as well.
I don't know why you're going. Game's up. I got a good strong signal from you. Actually, your signal's stronger than mine, so I'm not sure why that is.
Well, as we continue to move through the night here, we're going to. Did you?
Long-standing effect of that could be
And
for other
that's
issues.
not, it doesn't make any sense.
I think you are right and they are right. What shocked me was their midterms. People who listed and worked on an issue kind of broke it. 55, 45. Like you would think.
Stick around with us here. We're going to continue to work on troubleshooting the technology.
But they don't. The same
They're on the stage.
So the fact that they didn't do it with the regulations doesn't necessarily.
Did they say the pledge? They said, I think they said the pledge.
Guns range is only number 2 in that poll, guns and crime. So we're just gonna see if we can raise that issue.
Right, that is
Well,
what they're
the economy, how do you frame this tonight? I think we have to get some answers. Give us some
I don't know. I mean, I got a good signal here. I've got a good signal here. I don't know why they did it.
Gentlemen, thank you so much.
It
is close to 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Almost time for Brett and Martha. And the first primary debate of the cycle. And here we go, America. But before we go, let's make an entrance race.
We are going to take you back inside by storm to hear lifetime Grammy nominee, five-time nominee,
So it's background noise? Alright, I've got a better idea. We don't need more background noise. Yeah.
Is that any better? He's making changes. So something happens and it sounds like it's helping.
And let's go.
Then let it go.
Oh, I know why.
All right. How does this audio sound? Is this any better, y'all? Test, 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 test. Any better on the background noise for my voice? John, you said great. The national anthem was great. How is my voice? Andrew Weber says it's better. You figured it out?
Yeah, I plugged the new camera in, and that overtook my audio settings, so they were getting audio from that
From the camera.
and not from our mics.
Christina, everybody, a round of applause for Brad, Range, and the troubleshooting on that one. Fantastic. We need. Okay, we're gonna put Brad on the camera a little bit here. There we go. So they're getting ready here to start. They are going to a commercial break right now. And is that right? Commercial break?
I'm not sure. Yep, commercial break.
I don't know if this is a commercial break. I think this is a produced package to show how awesome Wisconsin is. And Wisconsin probably looks a whole lot like the Midwest. Oh, he said Midwest at the exact same time I did. Predictions, folks. Andrew says, I'm confused, though. Is this the debate, Annie? We can't stream it. We're going to react with you. So we are going to read your comments as they come through and give our commentary. So we're just going to watch it with you, and we hope that you enjoy watching it with us. So an alternative to where we would normally do something like this, in my basement at my house. I got to remember which camera to look at. If it always looks like I'm looking to the side, it's because I am. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm reading your comments. Real prediction here, real quick, Brad. Who's the top dog that is, like, who comes out of this hitting the home run?
Oh, I think here's my bold prediction. You ready? I'm going to make a very specific bold prediction.
I only want bold predictions.
All right, fantastic. I think Chris Christie is going to take a huge shot to try to win a bunch of points.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Yeah, maybe. We're on YouTube now. We're not regulated by
Chris
the
Christie
FCC.
is going to take a
Huge
shot.
But he's going to try to take a shot at Trump, and I think one of the other candidates, I'm hoping it's Ron DeSantis, but I could also see Vivek stepping up and defending Trump and earning a bunch of brownie points.
Here, I could see Ron DeSantis.
That's who I would want
yeah.
to see.
I could see Ron DeSantis defending Trump. This is also the thing that I think, here's an unpredictable, probably unpopular opinion, but Chris Christie is really, really good at this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you see Chris Christie go up there and start throwing the blows, and you haven't seen anyone land any blows on the left for a while in a position of power, I think that Chris Christie could potentially come off more likable than you expected to feel about Chris Christie. I don't know that he's going to change your vote.
The croissants. The croissants.
How many of the candidates will leave the stage on crutches?
One.
Just one.
Just one.
Will it be the same one who entered?
The same one who
or
entered
will he
on
be
crutches.
lending them to another candidate?
Hey, another question I'd have for you guys is how much can you hear the debate through our mics? Because we're trying to minimize that. We just really want you to hear us.
We don't want to get dinged for restreaming the debate, the actual debate, which is not really what we're doing. We want to. It looks good. He looks good. He looks exactly like Mike Pence has looked every dang day of his life.
Hey, Scooter's in the chat.
Scooter!
Scooter, I'm a little
What's up,
sad.
Scooter? Why aren't you here?
Yeah, I'm a little sad you didn't come out.
Tim Scott. Yeah, Tim. That's a young Ron Paul.
Is it Asia or Asia?
Did he say Asa?
I think it's Asia, right?
It's Asa.
Asa. And then Bergam.
Carlos says he can really only hear us.
Oh, that's really good then.
Yeah. We want your feedback. We're going to feature your feedback on the show tomorrow. Martha McCallum and Brett Baer are moderating this. I have no problems with Brett Baer and Martha McCallum.
I love
None.
those.
Yeah.
Love them.
I'm excited about it.
Actually, a little inside baseball. Today, I made a request to see if one of those two could join us, and I got my fastest response from Fox ever.
Hell no.
It was like 5 minutes. Like, no, they're not available.
Yeah. Nope.
If you don't ask, you don't get them.
If you had Joe Biden whispering on your bingo card, you can cover that one right now. Wavy. What's up, Wavy?
We have noticed a dramatic increase in prices at the grocery stores.
JC is watching Bergam.
Food is high. A lot of people got here homeless because they came back food.
First question looks like the economy and inflation is going to be a key part of it.
Yeah.
Smart.
I think
Seriously, Ryan Wiggins is somewhere here, and I don't even know where he is. And he's never come to sit by us, so we don't know where Ryan is.
One of the funny things is Ryan's wearing the exact same clothing as the people who are the wait staff here. So maybe he's taking
Maybe he
orders.
brought me this Diet Coke.
Maybe we should make him take orders.
And of this country. Washington, D.C. is about 100 miles north of Richmond.
Man, this dude is the first question.
This is fantastic.
Oliver Anthony. Can you imagine being this dude and being the number one question in the first Republican debate? You do. Woo!
Ooh.
Fox News.
It is cable.
Language.
So Governor DeSantis, why is this song striking such a nerve?
So the first question in the Republican debate is about Oliver Anthony's Richmond, north of Richmond debate. And it goes to DeSantis.
We need to send Joe Biden back to his basement and reverse American decline.
I want DeSantis to do well. I'm putting that out there. That shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone.
We cannot succeed as a country if you are working hard and you can't afford groceries, a car, or a new home, while Hunter Biden can make hundreds
You guys, when you're watching this, give your reactions to how you think each individual answers the question, just on substance and style.
spends trillions and trillions of dollars. Those rich men north of Richmond have put us in this situation. And finally, we need to look
Go, Ronnie D.
We're going to open up all energy production. We will be energy dominant.
Man,
That man's got some energy.
it cannot be understated how much energy production has screwed the country
Oh,
as like day one initiative of Biden.
yeah. It was what, first 20 days or whatever?
Yeah, that pipeline was number one day.
Ooh, now we're going to Christie.
Vicky says she can hear the debate a little bit better.
Look, I do agree predominantly.
We might pull it down a little bit.
It's just laid out. I think that if you asked every one of us up here, we would agree predominantly with what you just laid out. Here's the difference.
Nicole is watching the YouTube reaction to the debate, and Donald Trump. Nicole, I want to tune into your YouTube channel.
No joke.
I'm gonna watch Trump tonight after I get home.
Into 24, but also someone's had the experience of doing it.
Chris Christie.
I was elected as a conservative Republican in a blue state.
Yep.
With 61% of the vote, with a Democratic legislature against me the entire time. And we still, through hard, strong decision-making, brought them around to our point of view. We cut taxes in New Jersey. We cut debt in New Jersey. We made sure that each and every time we were confronted with bad Democratic ideas, we stood and stopped them. And when they were good ideas, we brought
What do you guys think about the idea of a successful Republican in a blue state? If you're on the Illinois side of the river, Chris Christie would be the best thing to happen to the state of Illinois. I don't know about the country, but the state of Illinois.
spending that's going on in Washington. It's every dollar they spend is a dollar that these people.
Zelda says Trump's. I assumed that Zelda, you're talking about the Trump thing because I'm really hoping you're talking about the Annie Fry watch party broadcast.
Lowest credit rating in the nation after Illinois.
Oh! Gosh dang it!
And that's what happens when you inherit a blue state that has done that. But when you look at what we did on debt,
Stupid Illinois.
we cut in that state debt that had been left to us by 3 Democratic gubernatorial predecessors.
It's our new friend Brad. We just met him tonight.
Tremendously. What you also saw us do was to cut the unemployment rate in half.
So New Jersey out here dunking on Illinois feels a little personal.
Yeah, a little bit.
Payments to public employees to make sure that taxpayers were not being
Nick, whoops. I think that he would be better for Illinois than Pritzker. Yeah. Carlo. My point being that Chris Christie would be able to change and transform Illinois in ways it has never seen. That would absolutely happen. But Chris Christie wouldn't win a Republican primary in Illinois. But that's honestly the type of person who's going to be needed to win
Yeah.
the primary to win the governorship.
For 10 years. So what have you done to rein
Here comes Ryan Wiggins in his house.
You're on now.
I tell you what,
We have to be uncomfortably close.
Chris Christie has convinced me that he should definitely run for governor of New Jersey again.
Or Illinois.
Or Illinois, yeah, that's fine.
Your food is up 20%, your electricity is up 20%. We can stop that by turning the spigot off in Washington, sending the money back to the states, and allowing the decisions to be made at their own houses. I helped write the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act in 2017.
I love Tim
We
Scott.
cut taxes for a single mom like the one that raised me by 70%, for dual households by 60%, returning to the average family $4,000.
It's a lot of numbers, Annie. Is this what you want?
He
Policy?
knows his stuff.
Yeah.
For the American people.
And they're good numbers. Tim Scott has this thing he does when he's making, when he's getting to the point, he's like, I just need 10 more seconds.
Yeah.
And he dips in there, like he's going to skip in
Yeah.
and make a 10-second thing.
There's no doubt that during the Trump administration, when we were dealing with the COVID.
Simon wants us to say hi, Charlie. So hi, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
For the record, this is the camera we're talking to.
Oh, okay.
These are the people who are talking.
Oh.
Americans, Hispanics, and Asians had an all-time low. Inflation was at 2%.
Every single one of these candidates is better than Joe Biden by leaps and bounds.
Which led to 12 Federal Reserve increases.
And so far, whenever somebody speaks, I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
good.
for you.
Yeah, that's great.
How about you?
I don't know if I can get this response. He didn't mention you specifically, but we'll be with you in a second, Mr. Vice President. Mr. Ramaswamy,
Mike Pence.
listen to all of this. Why
Of
should
all of the
voters
people up there, Mike Pence is the one I think I understand the least as to why he's up there.
You're basically, a blank slate for people. You're 38 years old.
Nick says y'all are clear and the background is garbled, which is great because that means we're less likely to get a copyright.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah. Do what Dirk is doing.
Oh, he's got a
Watch-
fan club.
Yeah, he does.
Funny last name, and what the heck is he doing in the middle of this debate stage?
That's the question a lot are asking.
You're right about that.
Vivek.
Came to this country with no
Like
money
cake.
3 years ago.
Like cake.
I have gone on to found multi-billion-dollar companies. I did while marrying my wife before raising our 2 sons, following our faith in God. That's the American dream. And I am genuinely worried that that American dream will not exist for our 2 sons.
Yeah,
and
amen
their
to that.
generation unless
This
we
dude,
rise
the
up.
dude's dynamic,
And I
man.
do think, but it's going to take an outsider. Because for a long time, we have professional politicians in the
As you guys are watching this debate, one of the things I want you guys to do is just imagine each one of these people on a debate stage with
With a corpse.
a corpse that is Joe Biden. Just
What do you call the Ramaswamy fan base?
The
We gotta come up with
Ramaswamy
a we need to come up with good names for all the fan bases by the end. of the
Okay. Rama
We need your
Ding
help.
Dongs.
Ramaswamy Ding Dong.
Yes. There it is. That was fast.
Yeah. Is that the one though?
Yeah, that's it. Debate's over.
More naturally right now is meeting you in the polls. Well, I don't care about polls. What I care about the fact is that no one is telling the American people the truth.
I don't care about polls.
Do you notice the difference between I think I might know this as a female. She is speaking in strong voice. There are times where she speaks in a soft feminine voice. She does not sound soft right now. She sounds like she's ready to take care of biz.
this is the voice she probably used whenever she
Can
was
you
at
imagine
the.
those? Can you imagine those other candidates up there going like this? Because that's what she just did. I, for one, hope that Chris Christie does it. Attack. Trump attack. I wish we would have brought a Trump attack bell.
I came here tonight to see Asa Hutchinson snapping a Z.
K6?
Yes.
Fruit Ninja hands?
Yeah, Fruit Ninja hands.
He only did direct. That's a good answer. I'm not voting for
That
her,
was
but
good.
Yeah.
When somebody asks you though how you doing in the polls, and you go, I don't even care about the polls. Here's something else.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, because you're losing.
Vicky says she likes forceful Nikki, and Wavy says, "Speak, Nikki."
Hey, there's a lot of people here tonight saying hello to all of you on here tonight,
and a lot of you are here tonight.
and a lot of you are here. Hello. Hi.
Mike Pence. Mike Pence is going to command attention. He is the sloth from Zootopia.
He's a human metronome.
It is like get to the.
This is a
Like-
wild suggestion for Mike Pence. He grows his hair out real long.
I'm not shaving or cutting my hair or grooming until I'm the president of the United States.
Yes. And I mean like wild long.
Mike Pence is answering now. We see Mike Pence right now.
Yeah, but our stream might be a little bit behind real life. I think there's about a.
Yeah, you guys might be watching it a little bit.
If you're watching, you're probably on the debate with us, but our stream will be lagging behind. We're about 10 to 20 seconds off generally on YouTube.
And as Vice President of the United States, we spent funding to backfill on the military cuts of the Obama administration, and then we were there.
Say something about Trump. I don't even care what it is. Say Trump.
Yeah.
Say it.
No,
Say it.
has
Say
anybody
it.
said his name tonight?
Say it. Yeah, Nikki Haley just won.
Oh, I missed
No,
it.
wait. Wasn't it Nikki Haley? Yeah, Nikki
Yeah,
Haley.
Nikki Haley did.
Was it something good or bad?
Yeah, she said
included
he
everybody in some point. I don't know.
is spending money. Yeah, except you can't include Ron DeSantis or Chris Christie or who else up there? Asa Hutchinson, Burgum. None of them signed off on that.
You know what? If
Why-
he were the president, I believe he would.
Why did he direct that comment at Vivek Ramaswamy? It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, this isn't that complicated, guys. Unlock American energy, drill, frack, burn coal, and waste nuclear.
Vivek from the top ropes.
Vivek's got some fans in the house here at Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
As U.S. president, will be the war on the federal administrative state. That is
Yeah. Dude's having a night.
Rap Eminem. I can't stop thinking about that. We haven't talked about it on the air. I'm so embarrassed for him.
Wait, what's happening here?
Ron DeSantis is uncomfortably.
Yeah.
What?
Wah, wah.
The national debt in the United States.
It's still not cool.
Hey, do you guys know that Mike Pence was a conservative radio show host before he was a politician? On I think an Emmis-owned product in Indiana.
Oh man. We don't need to bring in a rookie.
We didn't ask beforehand who's going to take the
Vivek
L
needs
tonight.
to rip his shirt off and start hitting tennis balls.
Well, rapping Eminem.
Maybe doing burpees.
Or Nicki Minaj.
Part of it, and a major reason, is because how this federal government handed COVID-19.
Yes.
Locking down this economy.
Not here in St. Charles.
Yeah, but we're from Illinois and I still have masks in my car.
Are we still locked? I do too.
As your president, I will never let the deep state bureaucrats lock you down.
Guys, I love him. I do.
Dude, I like that
It's not-
everybody's bringing fire.
It's not about
Even
Trump.
Pence.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Get it together, Martha.
For 1 second, because he invoked me back. But now everybody's gotten their memorized, pre-prepared slogans out of the way. We can actually have a real discussion.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
A little personality.
This is spicy.
Super PAC puppets, following slogans handed over to them by the 400 paid super PACs last week. The real choice we face in this primary is this. Do you want a super PAC puppet, or do you want a patriot who speaks the truth? Do you want
Super PAC
Oh,
puppet.
man.
He doesn't even go here.
Dude, this is fun.
Yeah, it is.
I like it. This is good. High energy.
I want you guys to know that if I were sitting at home at my house by myself watching this alone, I would be yelling more at the TV than I am here in a crowded room with people who are drinking alcohol.
It sure is.
Doug!
I made it. That's what he said. I made it.
Basketball injury and all.
Did you win the basketball game?
Oh.
That's kind of funny. Mostly kind of. Look at his silky shirt.
Because the economy, energy, and national security are all tied together. We, of course, we're paying too much for our energy in our state right now.
I wonder how it feels to know that this is the most people this man will ever talk to in his life.
Maybe.
This moment.
Well, yeah, because he's probably, what is it, North Dakota?
Yeah.
He's addressed the entire state of North Dakota, and there still isn't as many people watching now.
Batteries from China, we're just trading OPEC for Sinopec. And then belatedly,
He's got fantastic eyebrows.
Yeah.
Well, we put sanctions on Russian oil. Well, then it's 20% off. Who's buying it?
Dirk, who is the best from Dakota? Are you just including Kristi Noem and the other Dakota?
He's not
I
even.
think that they deserve their separate entities.
So is he saying South Dakota's the best Dakota?
Just like they're buying it in China.
Oh man, Burgum, the Burgum crowd.
Thank you, Brad. Glad to be here tonight. And let me just tell you that I'm a pro-life governor from a conservative state that have a conservative
Asa
record
Hutchinson.
in which I lowered taxes in Arkansas.
In Arkansas, you can only be the governor if your last name starts with HU.
It's funny because these people that are like, I've never even heard of these people. They go up and you're like, Asa Hutchinson. Oh, I like this guy.
Yeah, you guys really,
Yeah.
because truthfully, seriously, the principles of the party,
Yeah.
conservatism and constitutionalism is what is good. Just need good vessels for it.
We need somebody who can actually constrain the growth.
RSG, big supporter of Burgum for ambassador.
I pledge to reduce by 10% our federal non-defense workforce. That's a specific.
I think a question that we should really get to the bottom of by the end of this debate is which is the better Dakota?
It's South.
I think it's South.
It's South.
I've never been to either.
There's a lot more to do in South Dakota.
Well, we have a little bit of technical difficulty at our
Nick says
debate.
he's here for the good vessels. Hopefully I don't say anything incredibly offensive accidentally tonight. Uh-oh.
Oh.
After the deadliest U.S. wildfire.
Oh, we caught up.
Is this a Fox problem? Are your guys' broadcasts getting kind of screwed up?
Yeah, is it desynced? The video is way behind the audio.
Is the video behind for you guys?
Is it catching up?
I mean, I wonder if it's the Fox problem or if it is an us problem.
Nearly 50 years old.
So Alexander Diaz from Young America's Foundation has a question.
Consistently show that young people's #1 issue is climate change. How will you, as both President of the United States and leader of the
Blue Carrot Podcast says, "What's this?" Hi, Blue Carrot. What we are doing is watching the Republican debate at a debate watch party, and we are live reacting to it.
Look, we're not school children. Let's have the debate. I mean, I'm happy to take it to start.
Missed what the lead into that was.
Alexander, this. First of all, one of the reasons our country's decline is because of the way the corporate media treats Republicans versus Democrats. Biden was on the beach while those people were suffering.
Don't change it now. Don't change it now. Don't change it now. Don't change it now.
Are you kidding me? Somebody that's handled disasters in Florida, you got to be activated. You got to be there. You got to be present. You got to be helping people. So we're doing this.
Is that a hand raise?
You do not.
I think it was a hand raise for a minute. My hands in my pocket.
What's happening?
Is Brett's hair on straight?
What time is it in the UK there, Blue Carrot? Blue Carrot's in the UK.
You're in the United Kingdom. That's cool. Thanks for joining us.
Dude, Swami.
What did
is
he just say?
Just
Recap.
lobbing bombs. He goes, "I'm the only one on the stage that's not bought and paid for, so I'll just say this." And everybody goes, "No, no, 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 no."
Than they are of actual climate
Woo!
It's
2 a.m.
2:24 a.m. in the United Kingdom. Blue Carrot, do you pay any attention to United States?
Yeah, U.S.
What is happening?
See one of these debates, Fred, who stood in the middle of the stage and said, "What's a skinny guy with an odd last name doing up here?" Was Barack Obama. And I'm
Woo!
afraid they're doing
Chris Christie is going after Ramaswamy, saying that Ramaswamy sounds like Chat GPT.
Holy cow! Did you hear what Chris Christie just said? He said the last person that was up here saying that who is this skinny guy was Barack Obama. Vivek, yeah. Vivek thought it was hilarious.
That's exactly why Margaret Thatcher said, if you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman.
Oh Lord. So I think you get to play the woman card one time, and that has to be it.
We want to see that taken care of, but there's a right way to do it. And the right way to do it is, first of all,
Hetty Jams says she had that memorized and ready to go.
we need to start telling China and India that they have to lower their emissions. That's not and these green
You guys just pause it and then restart it.
Just wait until a commercial break.
because he doesn't understand
They should.
all these electric vehicles that he's done.
These people are hearing it with us, and we're watching it. We're in. So as far as our stream goes,
Helping the environment, you're putting money in China's pocket, and Biden did that. So, first of all, I think we need to acknowledge the truth, which is these.
I have a feeling that Chris Christie might go nuclear on Vivek for sport if he just gets annoyed.
I wonder if this whole thing's just going to be wild because they all know they got to go all in.
There's a debate about the issues that affect their lives. Going back and forth and being childish is not helpful to the American people to decide on the next leader. Number two, as a kid and moving a single parent household, mired in poverty, I wonder what's the American dream?
Blue Carrot wants to know who we all want as the next president. I think that the overarching answer to that question is not Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Any of these candidates would be better options than Joe Biden. I really like Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida. Donald Trump is the clear front runner and likely will continue to be. And Donald Trump would be infinitely better for America and for the world, honestly, than Joe Biden.
We will have a better economy and a better environment. Let me tell you why I said that, right? Americans cut. I'm a Southern boy and talk slow. So America. Our carbon footprint in half in the last 25 years.
You know what? I think it's worth pointing out that what they're discussing right now, there is a lot of policy and a lot of issue actually being discussed right now. If Donald Trump were on the stage, everything right now would be about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He'd be attacking people. Everybody would want, once his name is invoked, they'd want to get in there and defend themselves, and it would all be revolving around Trump. And while Trump might be the beneficiary of the entire thing, Trump might be the beneficiary of all of these different candidates coming out and saying, this is what we need to do about energy. This is what we need to do about inflation. This is what we need to do when they come after you, telling you you're going to get locked down again due to COVID. With all of that being said, all of this policy is showing what the Republican Party alternative is to the disaster that's in the White House right now, and that is a good thing for the country.
All right, we're going to try and get this problem fixed. We think it's an internet problem. Just so you know, we're having to go to the Fox News feed on the internet in order to get this up here on the screen. So just bear with Tricia while she tries to fix this, because she's our internet guru and she knows how to do this, right? You joked earlier that we should do a drinking game tonight.
Oh my gosh. Mark Cox is out here trying to do drinking games.
He's got a show to do tomorrow morning.
Oh, so, Ryan, so far, do you think anybody is winning or losing? And let's compare them to themselves. Like, they came in at a net level of 0. They can gain stock or they can lose stock. Have you heard anybody up there who you feel like is on the whole really gone up or made you go, oh my gosh, what are you doing?
I don't know that anybody's lost anything. I think the attention.
No major mistakes.
I mean, no, I don't think so. I think honestly, the whole thing seems to be revolving around Ramaswamy right now because he's so vocal and he's so quick.
And he's really like snippy.
And
His points are he's defining himself by using the other candidates as his foil.
Yeah.
He's prioritizing that.
Thank you, Tricia Siegman, for fixing it.
Yeah, but nobody. I don't think anybody's had a bad debate so far. You know what's weird though is that when it was going back and forth between Pence and Ramaswamy, it didn't. It looked like DeSantis was kind of just lost in it, which isn't his fault.
I think he's
but then
smart
he
to let
came-
other people fight.
But then he came back and had some good
Yeah.
moments
and
too.
he
so-
brought it back to
yeah.
the people,
Yeah.
not to the bickering on the stage. And I say bickering on the stage. That's what this whole thing is about. The whole point of the debate is to go back and forth with one another. So I understand that. We have Dirk saying he's liking Senator Scott, and I think Vivek, sorry, I'm going to get that right, has lost a little bit. Ryan says, if Trump is leading bigly in the popularity, is it wise to go for the better guy, DeSantis?
I don't know. I think what they're doing is awesome because what they're just creating moments and moments
Yeah.
and moments, and
Yeah.
it's just getting their message out. I mean, I think it's been really good so far.
John says, I'm not sure Trump will be able to resist not going into one of the debates after tonight. I think this has been pretty good. I agree. I think it's been fantastic.
That's a good point.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Order into this microphone what you just
Can I
asked
get-
this lovely lady to get.
Well, there are
No, just say what you just said to this.
there are
woman.
2 drinks. Do both of them have gummy worms on them?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, is that the
He
Globe?
just asked for a kid's drink with gummy worms
Which
on
one
it.
do you like better?
This is real life.
Okay, I'll do that one then. Okay, but that one doesn't have.
Can I
that one
have
doesn't gummy
another
worms.
adult Diet Coke? Yeah. Yeah. You ordered a
ordered the
drink with gummy worms?
I did not. You heard me.
I
I
did
talked with her.
not.
We conversed. I determined that it would be better if I got the one without gummy worms. But it is a snow globe and it has a light up ice cube in it. And it's
This
blue
guy.
raspberry.
This guy.
I would be doing this if the cameras were off. I just want you to know.
I know. I know.
I look. I'm aware that this reflects very well on me.
I
Oh.
bet enough.
Ryan, that
Sorry, I kicked the stand. That's good. That's actually better than it was. It like this. Other way. Or is that the right way to make it tight? Okay. And then, yep, that's good. I can adjust it a little bit if it's really good. I kicked the camera. I'm so sorry.
I'm out.
I'm also going to take this and move it this way so that I look a little bit more towards the actual camera. And then you can't see us. See, that's why I didn't do that. You guys like my sticker on my MacBook? I like STS Armory. They are not paying me to say that.
You know what? That comment from John is true. He's got to be watching this going.
I'm not.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Oh
yeah,
man.
what he'd be saying and what he's doing. What he'd be doing. Abortion. You have to scoot over.
We head into the elections as well on this. So, your state, which today confirmed a 6-week abortion law as well, especially the impact on women suburban voters across the country.
Abortion laws, 6 weeks.
I am unapologetically
Nikki Haley.
pro-life, not because the Republican Party tells me to be, but because my husband was adopted and I had trouble having both of my children, so I'm surrounded by blessings. Then we need to stop demonizing this issue. This is talking about the fact that unelected justices didn't need to decide something this personal because it's personal for every woman and man.
Who would Wiggins put his sugar-free gummy bears on winning? Well, Nick, we need to know. Let's do winning the debate first. He didn't specify, so I am.
Take a majority of
Who do you put your gummy worms
On winning the debate.
on winning the debate? On who's the clear winner going to be?
Well, first I would say these gummy worms are not sugar free. I would put it on. The attention's going to be on Ramaswamy, so I would say, outside of people who actively sit here and watch this whole thing like we are, he's going to come away with the win.
When he is like clearly young and younger than the rest of the people on the stage, he's 38 years old. Does he run the risk? His youth is an asset to him, but in the midst of this panel, does he run the risk of looking annoying the way if you were the young person in your office building that some people are like, oh, kids these days or whatever, that the thing that is his asset could also come off as being to a lot of voting Republicans who skew older.
I mean, he's at what, like 10%? So
he's nipping at DeSantis' heels.
I don't think he, as far as like winning the nomination, yes. As far as winning the night, no.
I'm talking about tonight. Ron DeSantis is talking about abortion in Florida.
I heard the heartbeat of my oldest daughter
Amen.
In my wife's womb, and then saw the sonograms of all three of my kids. What the Democrats are trying to do on this issue is wrong, to allow abortion all the way up.
This is how you win on this issue for Ron DeSantis. When people want to push back on Republicans who want to talk about 6-week abortion bans and how extreme it is, always remind people how extreme the left is on abortion. We're not talking about the people in the middle. The policies pushed by the left are extreme.
All the way up till birth, and we will hold them accountable for their extremism.
But just to be clear, Governor, would you sign a 6-week ban federally?
I'm gonna stand on the side of life. Look, I understand Wisconsin.
He's not
is
answering.
really different than Texas. I understand Iowa. and
States'
New
rights
Hampshire
issues.
are
Oh
really
my
different.
gosh,
But
look at this
I
thing.
Thank you so much.
Look at this thing.
as governor
This guy's old enough to vote. Look at this.
You're shaking your head.
Well, look, I'm new to this cause.
You are a grown man.
After I gave my life to Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, I opened up a book and I read, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. See, I set before you life and death, blessings and curses, now choose life.
Get away.
And I knew how long
You're distracting.
And I've been a champion for life in Congress, a champion for
I
life
love
as
these
governor.
cubes
And
that
as
you
vice
get at Disney
president.
World.
And to be honest with you, Nikki,
gonna
you're
keep
my
it?
friend.
I guess.
You don't know it. Just don't lick it.
When the Supreme Court returned this question to the American people, they didn't just send it to the states only. It's not a states-only issue. It's a moral
JC
issue.
says that we are far behind where he's.
In the United States, the American people will have a champion for
I think that the reason why it's delayed, what we're hearing is delayed to what you're hearing, is because we're watching a stream and then we're streaming our reaction to the stream. So there's probably, 30 seconds, maybe more delay?
15-week ban is an idea whose time has come. It's supported by 70% of the American people, but it's going to take unapologetic leadership that stands on principle and expresses compassion for women in crisis pregnancies. I'll do that as President of the United States.
My name is Revolution in 30 seconds. So first of all, I will say it is in the hands of the people, and that's where it should be. But when you're talking about a federal ban, be honest with the American people. We haven't had 45 in over 100 years, so no Republican president can ban abortion any more than a Democrat president can ban all those state laws. Don't make women feel like they have to decide on this issue when you know.
Nikki Haley is defending women in the abortion issue, saying that this idea of a 6-week abortion ban is not even actually something that is worth discussing because it's not possible. It probably isn't. It's a state's issue.
For one minute here. So, but the Supreme Court did overturn Roe v. Wade, and
What?
the result of that decision was that it went back to the states. So that's where it is right now.
Nick,
So,
you and your $1.99 super chats get me through the day. I just want to tell you personally. I guess I can't say that on the air. Thank you. $1.99 at a time. I
New Jersey,
love it.
I think a few others that allow abortion up until the time of birth. Though, if you were president, would you be able to abide that?
Well, first of all, I'm a pro-life governor of a very pro-life state.
this issue is of course very important, but I am on the record and I stand behind that we should not.
He should start every single response with, "They told me to break a leg. I didn't know they meant it litter."
The Constitution, which the states created, the federal
Why does he
government
have,
not be able to.
what's he have in his hand?
I think that's a pocket constitution.
It's a checkbook.
How do I buy the win here?
To the states, comma, more importantly, or to the people. We need to get back to freedom and liberty for the people in this country.
It's always funny at these debates because everybody, they said that there are about 4,000 people going to be in the arena that they're at. They're at where the Milwaukee Bucks play NBA, and they all get their own sections. So it's funny to hear like orchestrated major cheers for. They're like, "Oh, we got to get it in now, go!" And then they go wild.
We follow the Constitution, and this is returned to the states. This is where it should be.
Gavin Newsom, the next president. Bryce, do you think that he's going to run instead of Joe Biden? Do you think Joe Biden's going to step down?
It's going to work in New York. Will never work in North Dakota, and vice versa. That's why that's right here.
This is too important of an issue that I have to address. First of all, the Supreme Court gave it back to the elected representatives, whether it's the states.
Ooh, I'm living for the day where it's a Gavin Newsom, Ron DeSantis conversation. That's one I'm ready to watch.
Is pushing for a Democrat proposal, which is in essence abortion on demand through the term. So they have their extreme position at a national level.
Scooter is talking about Nikki Haley's, I almost said Nancy Haley, Nikki Haley's nuanced position on abortion. I think the single issue voters that are super passionate about it do understand how unrealistic it is to just go out there and go for the M zone immediately. So, and especially, I think a woman gets to talk about it differently than a man. I don't know if that's fair, but I think it's true.
I think it's also that it's unfairly characterized that Republicans are out there trying to just ban it for everybody. Like, Nikki Haley said, you don't have the support in the Senate. Exactly. So if the Democrats go out there and they tell you, hey, they're going to take this away from you, they can't.
It's a scare tactic.
Yeah, it's a scare tactic. It's fear mongering.
And pushing back, saying you don't have to be afraid, is a smart move.
Are important for our nation's future.
There are a lot of issues that are very important. Senator, I'll let you make way.
Carlos says he can hear some of these people clearly on the stream. Hopefully we don't get bounced.
Illinois.
Ugh. Of birth. That is immoral, it's unethical, and it is wrong. We must have a president of the United States who will advocate and fight for the minimum.
Oh, Amy said happy birthday. That's real nice.
Oh, it's not this month though. It's next month. So you can send me something.
Send him gummy worms.
Having the Republicans get messages out on abortion is a good thing.
Makes you wonder if they've been able to do this in a different setting.
Oh. Have I not been saying on our show regularly that Illinois is the test kitchen for very dramatic left-wing policies because they can try it there?
Another issue is
Thank you.
And the crime crisis, the homelessness crisis. American cities are in decline. People are moving.
Nick says Wiggins crushing life and kidney stones.
Yeah. Aren't you supposed to be drinking water? Aren't you supposed to be drinking water?
And not sugar.
And not sugar?
There's water in there.
Yeah, you're gonna go.
He got a sugary drink garnished with gummy worms.
You're gonna go on Big Thunder Mountain again, and you're gonna have the worst plane ride home ever.
Now we're talking about homelessness. Good issue.
In the COVID era, how much of what we're
I'm glad they went to B-roll there to show us what homelessness is.
Well, some people live in suburban America and don't see it. We see it
Every day.
every day.
Have you, like, and we see the same people. I mean, at least I do. On my way in, I see the same people, you know, and it's just so, I don't know, heartbreaking, I guess is the best word to use.
At unprecedented levels. I mean, it's extraordinary to think about the violence that's claiming innocent lives literally every week in every major city in this country. And yet Democrats
Edward wants to know if Wiggins is watching the Tucker interview on the side. No, we're watching this debate, but I know that I'm going to go. He's focused on that drink. I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch Trump. I would listen to it on my way home, but I want to watch it. So I'm going to go home and crawl into bed and keep on keeping on. Might have to take the headphones to bed though. I'm sure my husband doesn't want to listen to it. Maybe.
Got signed into law go away at the end of 2025 if we don't have a Republican president and a Republican House and a Republican Senate. But when I'm president of the United States, we're actually going to
Yay.
close the federal Department of Education.
Wavy, you're right. Christie has been pretty quiet. When's he going to come out, land in the blow? I mean, he got one of the first questions, but he hasn't really.
Oh, here we go.
This weekend here in Milwaukee, reports say there were 30 shootings, and a number of them including kids. Add that to the big increase in school shootings around the country. Democrats blame this crisis on easy
Jennifer says,
access to
anyone have
guns,
how many
but also
times Illinois will be mentioned on their bingo card? I mean, I think the word Illinois has been said about 5 times right now, not in the flattering way.
And I'm the only person along with Governor Hutchinson up on this stage who's actually running United States Attorney's Office. I ran the 5th largest office in America in a state where there is significant urban crime. And the problem is not going to be solved by more money. The problem is
Scooter says Pence is the only one on the stage who stood up to the J6 rioters. Here's an opportunity to close the door on the chaos of Trump's leadership. Scooter, I love your dedication. It is inspiring.
The prosecution of violent crime in every one of those cities that are failing to do so. We have plenty of room in the federal prisons.
Paul says, I wonder if any flies are in the convention center. That's one of Ryan's all-time favorite political moments is the Mike Pence black fly.
Yeah.
Each and every one of these criminals understand.
What I would have preferred is that they got into some sort of chamber at the same time and then exited the chamber Jeff Goldblum style.
Or like Paul Rudd, Ant-Man.
Yeah. Mandatory minimum, which was mandated by legislation sponsored by his father. And then you have a Justice Department that walks away from
Who's he talking about?
We're telling people that the law doesn't apply to everybody.
Hunter
In Christie
and Joe?
administration, he would go to jail for 10 years. What about the
Christie administration.
What does the President Ramaswamy do about guns? So the reality is we have
So they're talking about guns right now. And Vivek gets twice as many words in with his time. It's because he's youthful energy.
for getting sued. And we also have a mental health epidemic in this country.
Fact.
Just over the same period that we've closed mental health institutions, we have seen a spike in violent crime.
Vivek
Do we have a
Ramaswamy
sign that we're gonna
speaking
have
for
that
the
institution
millennials.
as president? I will.
Born in
But it's not just looking at
1985.
people in those psychiatric institutions with Zoloft and Seroquel. It's a deeper issue. I think faith-based approaches can
The
play a role
Zoloft and
here,
Seroquel
too.
fan in here
We're
somewhere.
in the middle of a national identity crisis. And I say this as a member of my generation.
Aren't we all members of our generation?
So hungry for purpose and meaning at a time when
And the government's there
patriotism,
to give you your purpose and meaning, which is gross.
what we really need is a total reset from the top, saying that this is what it means to be an American. Yes, we will stand for the rule of law. Yes, we will close the southern border where criminals are coming in every day. And yes, we will back law enforcement because we
Vivek Ramaswamy, what do you think about guns? Close the southern border.
Brett Baer Brown goes, I asked you about guns, though.
Paul says Annie is slurring. I have been pounding the Diet Coke. I'm not drinking alcohol.
freedom-loving, idealistic, hardworking people the world has ever known. We just need government as good as our people.
Dr. Sammy Munchkin wants us to build a pyramid with our empties. But this one.
Dude, this guy is on it. And he and Pence are going at it.
I didn't have that on my bingo card.
Nobody is attacking DeSantis.
No.
Nobody has attacked DeSantis.
So here's the thing. These hollowed out cities, this is a symptom of America's decline. And one of the biggest reasons, because you have George
Ron
Soros
DeSantis is the real thing, folks. It might not be 24, but he's the real thing. Ron DeSantis's Fire Fauci line is a big line of the night, and now he's invoking George Soros, and I'm waiting for somebody to show up here and talk about the dog whistle.
Yeah.
Somebody in the comment who wants to be the one to say it. Soros dog whistle.
Which name will they use?
Dude, when he
What
gets
did he
the
say?
mic,
What did he say?
he's rocking the mic when he gets the chance.
What did he say?
He's talking about the DAs and how he's just removing all of them.
He's done it.
Yeah.
He's done it. He's doing really well.
That's a good answer. Yeah. Good answer.
Brett and Martha, I just thought it was interesting, you asked your question about.
Jaded says DeSantis reading my mind.
Asked the question of, what about the crime wave in small towns? Because in small town, neighbors help neighbors. People understand each other. If a farmer gets sick, everybody comes together and helps them get the crop off. There's accountability, there's
Crop off?
transparency.
What's a
One
crop
thing
off?
I think this country
Is that
needs
Russian?
Is somebody in the White House that understands small town values, because that's our road back to get this country on track again.
Yeah. Which one's he? Burgum?
Okay.
Nicole, you're so right. We just need Hannah here to do DeSantis woo after everyone. We should have had her record.
Yeah.
For the next time we do
Yeah.
this, if DeSantis is still in, we need a Hannah woo, and every time he does something great, I'll play it on my phone.
That's dealing with the challenge of fentanyl. And it's both about stopping the fentanyl coming from Mexico, but it's also about education of our young people.
Incredibly undercover comment. MAGA coming back will make Antifa great again. From Troll Central. Troll Central, I am very grateful here for your contribution to my algorithm.
That name is a little
You
on
stay
the
right
nose.
where you are.
Truth
Truth Fighter says Chris Christie and Nikki is going the leaders. I don't know what that means.
Okay, there's an attack.
So far, Asa Hutchinson, Doug Burgum, and Chris Christie have not really brought much. I mean, they're not saying anything wrong, but
That's Asa Hutchinson,
Well,
right?
Hutchinson just went in on Trump and his
Might have to
indictment.
put you in there, Amanda. You might have to step into those shoes.
So, speaking of that, right now you are looking live at Fulton County Jail, where former President Donald Trump will be.
that's a little bitty jail.
Oh, a Trump question.
Next, the candidates will have an opportunity.
What a tease. Well,
Oh, it's like they're professionals.
man. If I run to the bathroom, you guys hold it down?
I think so. I mean, what's going to happen with Ryan?
Stand by. Don't go anywhere. Yeah.
Ryan, hold it down. You know what, Ryan? Give us a breakdown.
Right now, we're watching commercials. I've never seen so many commercials in a debate in my life. But I will say that it seems to me like the story so far has been Nikki Haley has had some monologues that'll probably get some attention.
Yeah.
And Vivek and Pence.
I was going to say, who has caught your attention that you weren't expecting to catch your attention
Those two,
tonight?
when they go at it, it's fun.
Yeah.
Because Pence, I've never seen him quick. And
No.
in some of those, he's not, but he has had a couple of good comebacks.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that in this debate actually does matter more than most.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we're going, oh, what about policy? These policies, I mean, there are tweaks that are different, but it is. It's like when you compare them to Biden, they're all fine. You know?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean, Chris Christie might be the least traditional conservative of them, but he's out there talking about his conservative values in a blue state.
Right. And like it's like what Mark Lauder said on her show the other day. You know, they're all going to be saying the same thing.
Yeah.
It'll just be with different style. Now, the abortion debate and discussion was really good. I thought that was
Yeah,
very good.
There was some difference there,
Um,
specifically from Nikki Haley, which is why
yeah.
I think you'll see some of that tomorrow. You'll
Yeah.
see Vivek's comment about climate change being
Yeah.
a hoax. You'll see
Yeah.
that everywhere.
Yeah. And she's back. Dun dun dun.
Debate watch party. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
He ate all the gummy worms already. He didn't save us any.
I don't know. There's still one down there.
Didn't even offer.
There's still one down there if you want me to fish it
I
out.
don't want it. With your what?
Straw.
Let's see if I'm getting any. Ooh, we're getting texts. I got a Ron DeSantis text. Governor DeSantis said it. He meant it. And you can take it to the bank. Are you with him? Hurry. Rush in your support before the night is out.
Oh, they should
No.
have said you can take it to the bank. Now give us your
Your
bank.
bank. Tucker's interview from the former President Donald was just released. Let's go see. Let's pull it up here. And let me do this. And get out of my DMs. And let's see. Percent, share screen. All right.
Where's Mark Cox?
I don't know. Let's see what people are saying here. This is the debate, episode 9, debate night with Donald Trump, and 75.1 million views.
Whoa. I wonder how many people have watched this debate.
I'm going to like it, and I'm going to retweet it. And I will go watch it later. Watch these numbers go up like crazy. I cannot wait to watch this. The promo that Tucker released, it might have been like 5 o'clock or something, and he said it's, a couple hours away, and there was a promo that said, like, it just was a montage of questions that were asked. And one of the questions was, they've stopped at nothing to get you. Do you feel that they're going to try to kill you?
Wow.
I want to know what he has to say about that. Tucker asks him if he thinks Epstein killed himself.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
I watched the montage, and I was sitting in line at Smoothie King, and I was like, I have to see this right now. So debate's back on. We'll see what comes up next.
But we are going to talk about the elephant not in the room.
Now they're going to talk about Trump.
Okay.
He will be present tomorrow in Georgia at the Fulton County Jail.
Dash says that it was not filmed in Tucker's cabin by the stream. No, he went to Bedminster to be with Trump to do it. Here's the question. This is a question I said today.
In a court of law, would you still support him as your party's choice? Please raise your hand if you would.
If you support Donald Trump as your president, Ron DeSantis is
Whoa,
up.
wait a minute. Everybody. Chris Christie.
Did he raise his hand?
Vivek, put your hand down. This is Chris
He
Christie's
raised
chance.
his
to-
hand.
Ron DeSantis just said he would support Donald Trump if he were the nominee and went to jail or was found guilty. Chris Christie says we got to stop moralizing Donald Trump's conduct.
You believe that the criminal charges are right or wrong. The conduct is beneath the office of President of the United States.
Ooh, he's getting some claps.
We got a Chris Christie fan in the house, which is totally allowed because this is America.
Kind of a mix of claps and boos.
But it doesn't change the truth.
Is he? First of all, that to me looks like a hidden Mickey. Do you see it?
Uh-huh.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, Ron DeSantis, step up and do the thing.
Donald Trump is motivated by vengeance and grievance would be a lot more critical. If your entire campaign were not based on vengeance and grievance,
Oh.
Well made. Point.
without an iota of vision for this country, they could just change the channel to MSNBC right now. I'm not running for president of MSNBC. I am running for president of the United States. We're skating on thin ice, and we cannot set a precedent where the party in power uses police force.
Vivek just turned on the dime against Chris Christie, saying Chris Christie is challenging Donald Trump for being vengeful, and he's like, Chris Christie, you're on the stage because of your vengeance.
This is gonna be tough for Christie to land
Yeah.
blows with the booze over him.
Yeah, they have sections for each of their supporters. They're all booing Christie.
Go ahead, Chris. Come on.
Yeah, spit it out. He looks a little rattled.
So the more time we spend doing this, the less time.
Mom and Dad are telling the kids in the back of the car.
Oh, Brett, give him a break.
Don't make me pull his
Let
car
him
over.
cook.
You're talking about how you want to stand up for rule of law. Yes, and law and order. And the fact is that it can't be selective. In your book, you have much different things to say about Donald Trump than you're saying here tonight. And it's very true. It's very true. I read it, and I know it's funny. I know behavior, and you love behavior, Chris. And you talk about behavior. You know what? I know a lot of different.
Chris Christie is
I can't
leaning.
hear what Vivek is saying.
Like you've never done anything to try to advance the interests of this government except to put yourself forward as a candidate tonight. And here's the thing: we stood up for law and
Advance the interests of the government? Is that what Chris Christie
Yeah,
said?
that's not a good win.
to anyone when we have a president of the United States who disrespects the Constitution. He said.
Joe Biden.
It's important to say that the
Chris
president
Christie
said,
is a
Donald Trump said,
doofus.
it's okay to suspend the Constitution. Now, the moves you take is to preserve
Oh my goodness.
and defend, not suspend. I will always stand up for our Constitution regardless of the political pressure.
So, President Trump's former vice president is on this stage tonight. He has faced hecklers on the campaign trail over his actions on January the 6th.
So now we're at January 6th invoked. J6 on your bingo card.
Of the election. So do you believe that Mike Pence did the right thing, Senator Scott? Do you believe he did the right thing?
Absolutely, he did the right thing.
Tim Scott says Mike Pence did the right thing. I don't think that that's in conflict with what supporting Donald Trump though either.
Bigger question about the weaponization of the Department of Justice. When I'm president, the first thing I'll do is fire Merrick Garland.
Yep.
Second thing I'll do, because we need Lady Justice to wear a blindfold. Without that, no one has confidence in our justices.
Senator Tim Scott making some sense.
Republicans have confidence in our Department of Justice. Here's why. We keep seeing not only the weaponization of the Department of Justice against political opponents, but also
Carlo,
against
I see what you did there.
meetings.
That's right. And we're not regulated here by the FCC, so if I wanted to say it, I would. But bologna sausage it is. Wait for the 10-second dip.
The SWAT team show up at pro-life activist homes with guns drawn because this
JB, thank you for watching with us. Normally we cover these things in my basement at my house, and there are wandering kids around in the background. Super thankful for David Busters for hosting us.
Yeah, this is a really nice venue.
Tom, you think Chris Christie wants a third party run? I don't think anyone supports it.
End the weaponization of these federal agents. I know, but here's the thing. This election is not about January 6th of 2021. It's about January 20th of 2025.
Good,
when the
good,
next
good,
president
good.
is going to take office. I know what the Democrats would like to do. They want to talk about all these other issues, but we've got to focus on your future.
Yes.
We've got to
This is
focus on
a good answer.
reversing the
Good
decline of our
response.
country. I learned in the military, I was assigned with U.S. Navy SEALs in Iraq, that you focus on the mission above all else. You can't get distracted. So Republicans,
I love Ron
we've got to look
DeSantis.
forward, and we got to make sure that we're bringing the message that can win in 2024.
Good job.
It's fun getting reminded of that he's good.
Yeah, because you've been incentivized through a lot of money to
Yeah.
think of otherwise.
People deserve to know whether
Yeah.
everyone on this stage agrees that I kept my oath to the Constitution that day. There's no more important difference. So answer the question.
This before. So yes. Duty, I got no beef with them, but here's the thing. Is this what we're going to be focusing on?
This is a great answer.
Yes.
You don't understand. Democrats would love that. They will win if you understand this.
I like it. Fighter.
Great. That's really good.
Ron DeSantis needs to stop looking down after he feels like he's finished his point. He needs to look the person straight in the eye the whole time and hold it.
You did not raise your hand. I did not raise my hand because there's an important issue.
What was the question?
And over a year ago, I said that Donald Trump was morally disqualified from being president again as a result of what happened on
Christina says, loves DeSantis.
legal scholars who says he may be disqualified under the 14th Amendment from being president again as a result of the insurrection.
Oh no! Don't say insurrection. You're giving them legal stuff. They're gonna try to take
It's
him off the
okay.
ballot.
He wasn't going to be the president anyway. It's okay.
Support somebody who's been convicted of a serious felony or who is disqualified under our Constitution, and that's
Vicky misses seeing the kids. Well, that's why we have Ryan here.
Answer the question you asked and not give a pre-canned speech. Mike Pence stood for the Constitution, and he deserves not grudging credit.
Mike Pence is standing there going.
He's like, no, not you, Christie.
Oh, yeah.
Not you. I don't need this from you.
The Constitution of the United States before personal, political, and unfair pressure. And the argument that we need to have in this party before we can move on to the issues that Ron talked about is we have to dispense with the person who said that we need to suspend the Constitution to put forward his political career. Mike Pence said no, and he deserves credit for it.
Like Pence is going, gosh, this isn't how I saw that playing out.
Uh-oh.
I do think that Vice President Pence did the right thing, and I do think that we need to give him credit for that. But what I will also tell you is, look, I mean, when it comes to whether President Trump should serve or not, I trust the American people. Let them vote. Let them decide. But what they will tell you is that it is time for a new generational conservative leader. We have to look at
I don't know that they are telling you that.
I think they do want that, but they want Trump to do some house cleaning before they invest in
Yeah.
it. And the bench is super deep. If Donald Trump wins in 2024, he's going to get the ish
Yeah.
done for 4 years, and the future is very bright.
I don't think the moderators are doing a bad job, other than the January 6th stuff is.
They're talking about issues.
Off the top of this hour, saying we're going to talk about China, Ukraine, education. We are. China is the #1 threat to our country, and every minute that these 8 candidates spend talking about the past instead of about the future.
My mom pointed out Ace is the only one wearing a pin that has our flag and the Israeli flag. Any thoughts on it? I'm a big fan of people who want to run our country and lead our country just wearing the United States flag. I'm not, no problem, but like Ukraine, Israel, any other flags.
We thought you were done, but you lose. Well, Mike, why don't you say this? Join me in making a commitment that on day one you would pardon Donald Trump. I'm the only candidate on the stage. When the correction
Be convicted of these crimes.
You can't be able to make a commitment. The same justice system that was this corrupt.
Difference between you and me.
Yeah, I'm not a politician. Now, difference between answer
I've actually given pardons when I was governor of the state of Indiana. It usually follows a finding of guilt and contrition by the individual that's
Doesn't have to be.
convicted. So, look, if I'm president of the United States, we'll give fair consideration to any pardon request. But if I'm
Any pardon request. Can you imagine Donald Trump asking Mike Pence for a pardon?
January of 2021. It's about January 20th, 2017. I put my left hand on Ronald Reagan's Bible. I raised my right hand.
Here comes Sloth.
I took an oath to support and defend
Where they're at the
Constitution of
DMV
United
and he tells
States.
that joke and he goes like
And
this.
ended with a prayer. So,
Ha.
it was a promise to honor
Ha.
the American people.
It's like
Ha.
when he,
It
it's like,
is. I laughed.
it's like when he speaks, he thinks everybody's going.
Oh, wait, let's savor this.
What's he gonna do? Like,
I'm going, come on, let's go. I got
it's the breath in between too. He says and then I made it clear.
He should be like a narrator in a movie about Americana.
Yeah. Or about
No, he
like,
shouldn't.
Will you write? Listen, this is what I want Ryan Wiggins to do. Will you write an intro narrative like it were starting a movie for our show? Like a movie trailer for the Annie Price Show. movie.
not like an action movie trailer, but like in a world or one of those.
But like it didn't have to be for the air. We're not making a movie trailer. That's way too much work. I want you to come up with a title for a movie based on the Annie Fry Show. And then we can have fun with it. Just pick one genre.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then we'll change up the genre.
Yeah, and it has to have an appropriate
So,
soundtrack
first we
to
need
it. and
like an
everything.
Americana one.
Okay.
But for Halloween maybe we'll
Okay.
change it up. Have a thriller.
They're not talking about Biden much.
No.
I don't like that.
Now we are moving on to other issues. The U.S. has committed nearly $77 billion in aid to the Ukraine war.
Oh boy, good
The
question.
Here we go.
administration is now asking Congress for $24 billion more. Regardless,
Jennifer Harris says Pence is an android, and I feel that comment.
some were on stage who would not support the increase of more funding to Ukraine. We would not.
He's raising his hand really high.
Brad says, "Can we all do a shot every time Pence speaks?" Yes, but you have to drink the entire time that he talks. You
What's he
can't.
doing?
Who?
What's he doing with his hand?
Who? He's putting his finger
He's
up
putting
in
his
the
finger
wind.
in the wind.
He is a punk.
Yeah,
See, I don't think he's doing himself favors.
I would not. And I think that this is disastrous.
Like, I think what Vivek Ramaswamy is doing right now by kind of having fun on the stage in a way that other people aren't, I think he has good points. I think he has good positions, but I don't think he looks like he's taking it seriously. And I think that there is a strong contingent of people who would find it annoying and disrespectful. But I could be wrong. It's definitely entertaining.
To Kyiv, to their Pope, Zelensky, without doing the same thing for people in Maui or the south side of Chicago. We have to look into Americans first. Secure our own border instead of somebody else's. And the reality is, this is also how we project strength and making America strong.
Allison's liking the Vivek.
You know what's going to be the big key is if Trump comes out tomorrow, he's like, you know who I hate is that Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
Then you'll
I
know
want to
more.
hear. I want to hear a Trump nickname for Ramaswamy.
Ramaswampy.
Ramaswamy.
I want you all to look around this arena tonight and imagine that every one of these seats was filled. And if every one of them was filled, there would still be 2,500 more children outside to make over 20,000 who have been abducted, stolen, ripped from their mothers and fathers, and brought back to Russia to be programmed to fight their own families. They have gouged out people's eyes, cut off their ears, and
graphic.
Shot people in the back of the head.
The thing is that like everything Christie's saying about what's happening in Ukraine is accurate. It's horrific.
Widows and orphans.
Edward, who has a line in on Ronald Reagan in his grave, says that he's rolling over in it right now. Edward,
And ingenious. If we don't stand up against
arbiter of conservative.
Rotisserie
think.
Reagan.
Rotisserie Reagan. Rotisserie Walt.
Yeah, I just fall somewhere in between on the Ukraine question. I know I fall somewhere in between what Vivek is saying and what Christy is saying.
I think most people do.
Like I'm a student of history. Like I would rather fight wars on foreign soil than American soil, and I know
like
that
listening to Brian Kilmeade on Ukraine.
and I also know that isolationism doesn't work. But you can't be dumping everything in there like this is the end of the world either.
If you're willing to fight the communists on your soil, we'll give you the means to fight them there so our troops don't have to fight them. Vivek, if we do the giveaway that you want to give to Putin to give him his
Dash wants a Vivek Christie ticket.
where he rolls across a NATO border, and frankly,
I have a concern with anyone who says NATO. It's NATO. It's a D. I don't care if it's a T in the acronym. It's a D. NATO. That's how I say it.
The USSR does not exist anymore. It fell back in 1990. The real communists that we have to boost right now is the idea of Putin's aims. You already spoke. Now I actually have to look at it.
Well, you know what I want Mike Pence to do? I want Mike Pence to turn to Vivek Ramaswamy and go, son.
He kind of is.
I know. He did not say
by calling him a communist. He is a dictator and a murderer. And the United States of America needs to stand against authoritarianism.
I want more Ron DeSantis.
The real threat we face today is communist China.
Vivek is getting. I wonder what the total. They'll have all of this at the end, but Vivek's time talking is going to quadruple, if not more, exponentially what other people are talking. That's fine.
Shouldn't they have like
Mark Anderson's liking Vivek.
Taking Taiwan. We achieve peace through strength.
This is good debate.
Yeah, because they're talking about
Yeah.
issues. This would not be happening if Trump were on the stage. Did he say Vivek?
I think so.
30 seconds is 30 seconds. Mr. Ramaswamy, you were mentioned. You get 30 seconds. So the reality is that today,
He's already gotten a few 30 seconds.
And this, if he looks like he's taken over, it's not necessarily going to be a good thing for everybody who's watching. Right? You're pushing the envelope too much.
another no-win war. And I do not want to get to the point where we're sending our military resources abroad when we could be better using them here at home
Ding,
to
ding.
protect our own borders, protect the homeland. That will be my top priority for the company.
Chris says this is a clown show out of control. I don't think so.
no?
We respect everybody's time here, so. You.
Andy says they should have a guy in a giant fly suit come out and shush Pence when it goes over his chives.
A guy in a flight suit.
Just get real close and just go.
Appreciate when he initially called it a territorial dispute. Why? First of all, the American president needs to have moral clarity. They need to know the difference between right and wrong. They need to know the difference between good and evil. When you look at the situation with Russia and Ukraine, here you have a pro-American country that was invaded.
I read Mike Pompeo's book, and Mike Pompeo, who is the Secretary of State in Donald Trump's administration, he talks about Nikki Haley a couple times, and he basically says everybody hates her.
Really?
Like in the Trump administration, everybody hated her.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not even like there's a way that you can kind of articulate that
Yeah.
maybe somebody was less popular, but Mike Pompeo was like, she's the freaking worst. That's like I was listening to him read it in my car because I do audiobooks, and I was like, Mike, take it easy. Felt like we were looking into something personal.
He wants to hand Ukraine to Russia. He wants to let China eat Taiwan. He wants to go and stop funding Israel. You don't do that to friends. What you do instead is you have the backs of your friends. Ukraine is the front line of defense.
It would be even better if Nikki Haley called him son.
Russia, once Russia
I'm here for that
takes
too.
Poland and the Baltics are next. That's a world war. We're trying to prevent war. Look at what
I like Quick Rick's. Look at Quick Rick's comment here. Vivek is a big talker with novel ideas that will require a supportive legislature. Great study in marketing.
He is
That
good
is
at that.
very,
yeah.
very accurate. This is where Ben Carson goes. Would somebody attack me so I can talk? Nikki's crew is in the house. Oh, there's Mickey.
Yeah, they are.
Guys, if you're watching this at home, you see the hidden Mickey when they show the whole stage, right? They did it for me. They're like, we're gonna trash Illinois a few times, but let's make the stage look like Mickey Mouse.
And you know what friends do? Friends help each other stand on their own 2 feet. So I will lead Abraham Accords 2.0. I will partner with Israel to make sure Iran never is nuclear armed. But you know what I love about Israel? And I've been there probably in the last 10 years more than most people on this stage. You know what I love about them? I love their border policies. I love their tough on crime policies. I love that they have a national identity and an iron dome to protect their homeland. And so yes,
Yeah, Ramaswamy, Andy, you're right. Ramaswamy has taken tons of heat. Ron DeSantis isn't.
Yeah.
We're going to find out after this if people love Ramaswamy for this or if they're annoyed by it. Because DeSantis is not getting a ton of time.
Not only in the United States, your first obligation is to defend our country and its people. And
Yes,
that
good
means
answer. Good
you're
answer.
spending all this money, but you're not doing what we need to do to secure our own border. We have tens of thousands of people who are being killed because we're not handling them.
Vicky, we're grateful you're here with us. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Emergency. I'm not going to send troops to Ukraine, but I am going to send them to our southern border.
Yeah.
And these drugs are bringing fentanyl across the border. That's going to be the last thing they do. We're going to use force, and we're going to leave them stone cold dead.
Yeah.
China has the biggest navy in the world, the biggest army in the world. Now they have warships off the coast of Alaska. They are threatening Taiwan. In coming years, China will have 1,500 nuclear warheads, it's believed. The U.S. just arrested 2 sailors accused of spying for China within our military. So the question is, how would you deter China as a precedent burger?
This is the number one issue we're facing, and of course, we haven't been talking about.
You have these fireworks, and they go, and Doug Burgo.
Gosh dang it, it's Doug's chance.
Russia has become China's gas station. But how would we do it? The Biden administration is a complete fail. China imports.
Well, we thought about doing it the way a small town would.
Any other country in the world, they do not even have all the food they need to feed everybody in that country. So they don't have energy security, food security. But the Biden administration sends Blinken, Yellen over there. They're over there talking. They don't even bring up energy because they're too busy trying to kill the U.S. energy here. And what we need to do is not meetings, not press releases, because something that would send a lot more than a press release is actually Harpoon missiles. We need anti-ship missiles on Taiwan. The way that you have a war never start, which is the goal, the way you have peace through strength, is that you actually have strength. You actually have deterrence. And what we have in what we've got going on in Ukraine is an example of when deterrence fail. What is the example there of Biden's disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan? The fact that he greenlighted Putin moving into Ukraine, and then now they see weakness, and when they see weakness, they make a move. And we have to be strong, and we have to be strong both in Ukraine and we can solve the southern border. Absolutely, we can do that. Because guess what? There's only 19,000.
Franken Bean says, wow, what a mess the whole debate turned into. I remember when debates were calm and respectful. Well, I'm almost 40 and I don't.
Yeah, I kind of like this.
In the IRS, as opposed to giving the money in this war we need to our own border patrol.
I just wish they would focus on Biden more.
The 87,000 IRS agents and hire double the number of
Yeah, I do, but at the same time, A, on record, I don't think he's the nominee. B, I think it's an agreed upon opponent. You could talk about the Democratic Party as a whole, but they're still talking about the issues that are bad. And there's an understanding that those are policies from the left, but
since President Biden has taken office, and
There's Biden.
200 people on our national security watch list have been caught at our border. How many have not been caught?
Info Dude, hi. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We could finish the wall.
I don't know. I haven't looked at how many thumbs up we have, but if you're watching right now on your phone or on your computer, can you make sure you thumbs the video up? I'm trying to kick the YouTube algorithm butt.
70,000 Americans a year. That should be the priority of this government. And as the next president of the United States, I will make that border wall complete.
He looked like he was felt like he was gonna get interrupted, and then he didn't.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "All right."
70,000 for fentanyl. We've lost 200,000 people to overdoses since Biden took office. That's 300 people a day. We're taking mass casualties, and that's a statistic. But these are sons and daughters, nieces and nephews that we're losing. We've got North Dakota troops down there.
Do you guys think Larry Elder should be on the stage?
I just saw that today. I didn't really get a chance to look into it.
So here's what I heard on the Larry Elder thing. Larry Elder submitted the 3 polls, but one of the polls was a Rasmussen poll, and the RNC said that is a Trump-affiliated poll, and therefore they didn't accept it. So whenever he submitted a 4th poll, that was it. It was after the deadline, and that's why he didn't make it.
So
But
it's
he
kind of
had,
like a technicality.
yeah,
That's kind of.
Yeah,
I would have let him on there.
Cartel members crossing into Texas with rifles. Do you consider this an invasion? Would you authorize lethal force along that route?
Well, go back to DeSantis where he said we're gonna drop him cold.
Law enforcement as needed to protect the border. Absolutely. When you look at the military has to be used for intelligence.
Brad wants to know who your top 2 are from tonight and your bottom 2. Send us your thoughts.
In the Bush administration, we went down there and met
Top 2 as far as like who I think won or my favorites.
Yeah, who are your top 2 and who are your bottom 2?
My 2 favorites tonight have been DeSantis and Ramaswamy. My bottom 2 have been Asa Hutchinson and
the other guy,
Chris Christie. Bergen's been okay.
He's been okay, but he
has a torn ACL.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's playing injured.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an ACL.
An Achilles tendon or something.
I think maybe it was that because he didn't have a knee brace on when he came in. It was a big boot.
I think, though, as far as gaining traction, I think Nikki Haley has had a pretty good night. Actually, so has Pence.
I can't take him seriously.
Vicky says her number 1 was Ryan
That
Drink.
this is the reincarnation of Ron Paul. Just the look. He looks like
Yeah, he does
a
look
lot.
like
Minus 20 years. And maybe an extra 50 pounds because he looks bigger.
We protected the border at the same time. You can do both.
Okay, let's go to
Yeah.
So as president, would you support sending U.S. Special Forces over the border into Mexico to take out fentanyl labs, to take out drug cartel operations? Would you
I mean, I don't know. I don't have any sense in this, but I'm thinking yes.
Yes, we'll do it.
Good.
And you know what?
Go get him.
The cartels are killing tens of thousands of our fellow citizens. You want to talk about a country in decline? You have the cartels controlling a lot of part of your southern border.
That's what we heard, Brad. That the
Yeah.
cartels are in charge.
Yes.
Everybody is reacting to the cartels. When Brad and I went to the border in McAllen, Texas, that's what they told us.
Use all available powers as commander-in-chief to protect our country and to protect the people. So when they're coming across, yes, we're going to use lethal force. Yes, we reserve the right to operate. How many more tens of thousands are we going to let to die? I've met angel moms throughout this country. I met a lady in Texas named Tracy, and her son took 1 Percocet that was laced with fentanyl, immediately died. That is happening all across this country because of the poison that they are bringing in. So as president, would I use force? Would I treat them as foreign terrorist organizations? You're darn right I would.
I wish you would have said damn. But
Hey,
yes.
oh man, so strong on that.
Why would you be better at this issue than Governor DeSantis? Governor DeSantis on the campaign trail
political crutch.
Border of the United States of America and
Ah.
reduced illegal immigration
Ah.
and asylum abuse by
Ah.
90%. When Joe Biden took over, he threw open the southern border of the United States. The wave of humanity, the wave of fentanyl that's been eloquently described here is a wave of human tragedy across this country. Martha, you began this evening talking about
Chris with a really poignant thought here. Hit bottom two, don't know their names.
we negotiated the government shutdown and got the
Did you see Vicky's number one? It was Ryan's drink.
No.
Trisha, go faster.
Pressure to bring the Mexicans to the table.
There you go.
And they allow us to have people wait in Mexico while they apply for asylum.
No, you're good. Leave it.
We got the Mexicans to deploy the National Guard to their southern border and our southern border as never before. And I want to promise you, as President of the United States of America, I will engage Mexico the exact same way, and we will partner with the Mexican military, and we will hunt down and destroy the cartels that are claiming lives in the United States of
Okay,
America.
thank you. Related to this is that almost 7 million.
Y'all aren't loving Chris Christie or Mike Pence that much.
The border during the Biden administration. So Governor Christie, what would you do about the 7 million who are here? How would you handle it?
I think that's true, Edward. Tim Scott is not. Tim Scott's not cutting through like he could.
No, he's not.
Would you agree? Tim Scott is not.
Yeah. He started fairly strong, but he's just kind of got sucked into oblivion by the other personalities.
Enforce the law. What that means is to make sure that people who come here illegally.
I still like Tim Scott.
Oh,
but
for
I
sure.
still think he's
We have so many
making his
wonderful
best case
people
tonight.
around the world who are
This might not be his
waiting in
best
line,
venue either. That doesn't mean that he wouldn't be good at the job.
here and pursue the American dream. And those people are waiting and waiting and waiting because
The biggest winner of the night, the city of Milwaukee.
Yeah, for sure. The Taylor Swift effect.
We have to make sure that they are not rewarded for having broken the law. And one last thing on this fentanyl issue. With China, we can't take our eye off of that ball. Yes, it's important that we secure the border, very important, as I just said. But China is sending these chemicals to these drug cartels for them to create the fentanyl that is killing hundreds of thousands of our citizens. The Chinese are engaging in an act of war against us.
STL says Ramaswamy is too isolationist for him. That's interesting.
Conversations with China and to try to straighten that relationship out, because if we don't, we're going to lose more and more of our citizens.
Would you send the people back?
Of course. You have to.
That's
Well,
an
that was
interesting
simple.
comment from Chris
Yeah.
Christie.
Yeah.
Next up, we're going to talk about the crisis in education.
Yay.
Millions of American children are not proficient in reading or math after this.
It's because of TikTok that I had to go out and get it. I'm at a point now where I felt all my
Since we started E&D, we
Trisha.
always wanted to be in the China market. We
Hello,
partner with Alibaba.
Bye, drive
We've seen
safely.
phenomenal growth. As our business grows, the local employees in the community are really to benefit.
Let's see here.
This is a developing system that if you may have woken up.
What?
This is the way I
just.
All right.
We need to save lives. We need to pay attention.
Info dude said I would like to take an isolationist over everyone is welcome. Are those that can't be our only two choices? RSG says Pence would be a great president if Trump was his VP. You think Donald Trump will be up for that? Donald Pence Trump?
Pence Trump. There's not a chance. Not a chance.
JC said, Annie, you literally said the exact same thing that I said out loud to myself. He's trying hard to be feisty and he's not doing himself any favors. Vivek, that is. Like, that's the thing. Like, I understand his aggressive attitude that he wants to cut through. He wants to be heard. He wants to draw contrast. But he almost looks a little petulant in the way he's coming off.
I can see that in a way. But the other part of that is too. I watch him and I think he's just having fun. I think he's there's an aspect of him that is just that.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how the public reacts to it. I kind of have my own thoughts on it. Like if he's landing a lot of his points. That's the thing. So it's like if you've ever been in like a classroom where someone's always piping in and correcting people and trying to make points, like that gets a little annoying, but this isn't class. This is a campaign to become the president of the United States. So I could definitely see how this could really resonate and cut through for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I know that people are saying Ron DeSantis isn't having, like he's not getting as much time. I think he's had A+ responses
Oh,
on
yeah.
all of his time.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking at his batting average right now, he's batting 1,000. Whereas if you look at what Chris Christie just made a great point there.
Yeah.
Would you send it back? He goes, yeah, you have to. None.
Yeah.
That is a huge statement. Big statement. It's a quote to pull for the next day when you're covering this. But the other things that Chris Christie have said are going to far, far, far outweigh what people remember about any comments like that. It would be funny if we did a slow walking.
We need
promo
to do
for our
one.
show and
We
then
do need to do one.
We all trip over
That
each
would
other.
be our intro video. The
I don't know if
20-second.
anyone wants to see that.
The 20-second one. Compose
You're
like.
welcome, America. Let me know. I want reactions right now while I'm catching up on comments here. We're still in commercial break at Dave & Buster's, but I want to know what you guys think about Vivek's approach, his style, whether or not he's making the points that he needs to make, if it's a good because it's a strategy.
Yeah.
If you think it's a good strategy.
Is he striking the? Because like everybody up there on this, if they want to be president, they have to do the same thing. They have to peel away Trump voters from Trump. Is he striking the right chord to do that?
Or be able to collect those voters if for some reason Trump seems like he's so damaged goods because of what they're doing to Trump that the American public feels like they have to go in another direction. So this should probably be the last segment. And so when this is done, it'll wrap up and we will wrap up with you. So keep your comments coming.
But as president, would you still have a responsibility to fix this crisis as we see it?
Absolutely. The decline in education is one of the major reasons.
Ron DeSantis talking about education right now.
We need education in this country, not indoctrination in this country.
Yes, see, another great point. Education, not indoctrination.
I'm actually looking for the libertarian answers in these. The libertarian answers in these is education something that is the responsibility of the U.S. government, or is it a responsibility of the state government? In my mind, I'm a state government guy. There's a lot
Closer to local, the better.
Yeah, there's a lot of government agencies out there that are doing things that could be better handled at the state and local level, and I think the Department of Education is one of them.
I don't like Ron DeSantis any less.
Has anybody landed a shot on Ron tonight?
No.
I don't think so either.
Can you imagine him on a debate stage next to Joe Biden?
Oh my gosh, just the visual contrast.
Yes.
And then
He could sit back.
Yeah.
He could. Is it Muhammad Ali that would wait out?
Yeah,
his
the
opponent?
rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
From the Rumble in the
I know a
Jungle.
little bit about boxing, a whole lot more about politics, but yeah.
I think Joe Biden had tucker himself out after one punch. So one, maybe two, and he's done. So I like this answer.
Scooter says Larry Elder may have had a better night than Senator Scott. Oh, that's not nice. Ball says Ramaswamy's just trying to separate himself from the pack. I think he's done that.
I think he looks competent tonight. You know,
And he looks like he doesn't look like he's getting out over his skis. Like
Right.
he's doing what he wants to do.
Right.
He's in control of what he's doing.
Grew up in money. But you know the word privilege gets used a lot? Well, you know what? I did have the ultimate privilege of 2 parents in the house with a focus on educational achievement. And I want every kid to enjoy that. So part of the problem is we also have a federal government that pays single women more.
Mark, I want to know what millennial swag is and who on the show has it.
And I think that goes hand in glove with the education crisis as well, because we have to remember education starts with the family, and the nuclear family is the greatest form of governance known to mankind.
That is a good answer right there.
Andy says he's in a tough spot. I think we're talking about Vivek. He has to do something because he was a complete unknown until a few months ago. Kevin doesn't like DeSantis's bobblehead. Is it that bad? Now I'm going to watch for it. I always look at idiosyncrasies.
I keep looking for those just to see, like, because I've seen people complaining about it, and it's like, it's not that big of a deal to me. He does. Like, I could see him yelling at his kids that way.
Yeah. You're going to pick up those shoes and you're going to take them to the room. It's a Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Man. Kamala Harris has a head bob, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, Kamala Harris is like a head nod wave. She like.
Balls wants us to do a live stream for Tucker and Trump. I don't know if I can broadcast that. I don't know that I can stream it.
I don't know the rules on that either.
To play a video?
I mean, there's a certain aspect of, you know,
I feel
we're
we can like
commentating on it, but
we can react to it, but I don't know if I can play it in full. Because I don't want to do anything I'm not supposed to do.
yeah, yeah, there's some stuff we would have to figure out. Yeah, for sure.
Are you gonna listen to it tonight?
Probably.
Sorry, we're catching up on business while Virgo gets
This is
talking.
what we do.
Yeah, all night. Do you know anything about the Ramaswamy criticisms of Donald Trump in the book he wrote?
No, I haven't actually read Ramaswamy's book,
Neither have I.
so I don't know what his criticisms are.
PW says, how can someone who is facing criminal charges be allowed to run for president? Here, if you have been bankrupt or had any criminal convictions, you can't run. What happens if Trump goes to jail? Well, PW, a couple things. You said here, so I'm wondering if maybe you're not in the United States. How can someone who is facing criminal charges be allowed to run for president? In America, at least, you are innocent until you're proven guilty. And if somehow or another being under indictment precluded you from being able to run for the president, then that is very quickly how you descend into a banana republic. Because
Yeah.
you could be charged for
They
Lord
would.
knows what.
They put you under indictment for jaywalking.
Yes, and then you would have to deal with that, and that would be turn into a political descent of chaos. Yeah, a lot of people, myself included, believe that he's being politically persecuted for things that other people wouldn't be, and because he's Donald Trump, they're going after him. And what happens if Trump goes to jail? He can still be the president of the United
Yeah.
States from jail. It's true.
All day long because strong girls become strong women become strong leaders, and biological boys don't belong in the locker rooms of any of them.
Amen to that. Martha McCallum is stunningly beautiful. So is Brett Baer. It's not a guy-girl thing.
I don't think it's beauty, handsome.
I think he's beautiful.
Okay.
When I look at Brett Baer, I see
That is a
beauty.
pretty man.
She's so pretty.
A mental and physical test in order to serve Vice President Pence.
Well, it might be a good idea to have everybody in Washington D.C. passing that on.
Ooh, a knock on the inside the Beltway.
30 seconds. No, the American people can make those judgments. But let me say, I'm running for president of the United States. We don't need a president who's too old. And we don't need a president who's too young. We need a president who's been there.
Stun.
Yeah. Mother and I would like to talk to you.
Fighting against No Child Left Behind when Republicans were doubling the Department of Education
If you had no child left behind on your bingo card, I think you win the grand prize.
No joke.
In America, and we can give school choice to every family in America. So,
This is Lightning Round, Mr. Ramaswamy. I think you mentioned there, you're 38, you're the youngest on the stage. You said, and you just said you want a civics test for public service for those under 25 to be able to vote. So the question is, do you want a mental acuity test for presidents over 70?
I believe in the people of this country to tell the difference between somebody who's an automaton and somebody who's actually a thinking agent in the White House.
Automaton.
In there today.
I did not have that word in.
President Pence's comment. I think we do need somebody of a different generation to lead this nation forward. Look at this campaign. Go to the south side of Chicago, to Kensington, in the middle of Philadelphia, where traditional Republican candidates don't go. We have an opportunity to build a multi-ethnic, working-class majority to deliver a landslide. And I think I'm the only candidate in this race, young or old, black or white, to bring all of those voters along to deliver a Reagan 1980 revolution. So they're going to do it 2026.
Andy says DeSantis is the best option. The people who say he's too green are just wrong. He's not too green. He's ready to be the president
Yeah.
right now. It's a DeSantis-Trump question.
What's that?
It's a DeSantis-Trump question.
Yeah.
And I would support a Trump-DeSantis ticket.
I would.
Lightning round, not rolling thunder. You have 30 seconds on the same question. On education, first of all, look at Arkansas. We have to compete with China. Ideal computer science education.
Adam says, I think Vivek is coming across the most strongly and believably. He is saying what he will do rather than demeaning what others have done or think they'll do. I think Adam, I think that Vivek has been a little demeaning.
A little bit. He's taking it.
Kind of snarky more
Yeah.
than demeaning.
Percent of our schools offering computer science to every school in rural areas and urban areas, offering computer science for the benefit of our kids, and we can compete with China in terms of technology.
Thank you, sir. This is coming to you. We're going to do a quick round of different topics here. So,
Mr. K says he got bored watching the debate. It's better with Trump. It's definitely different. I think that there's something to be said with Trump and without Trump.
Of the United States, in changing that, what would you do to change that?
Our nation was founded upon the Judeo-Christian values.
You got a Tim Scott sighting?
I'm a big believer in Ephesians 3:20 that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask.
Tim Scott quoting scripture.
Responsibility should be the model behavior we want others to follow. On education, the only way we change education in this nation is to break the backs of the teachers' unions. They are standing in the doorhouse of our kids, locking them into failing schools.
JC says Burgum is definitely on your radar. For what?
Eyebrows.
Eyebrows?
Eyebrows. Those eyebrows have a huge radar cross section.
Ron DeSantis.
Inspired by September 11, and I deployed to Iraq alongside U.S. Navy SEALs in places like Fallujah, Ramadi, and it's something that I think has taught me. When you go in that type of environment, anything you have, your personal agenda, you check it at the door. You go there, and it's about focusing on the mission above all else.
Edward, if Biden is not going to be the nominee, do you have somebody else you'd like to see do it for the Democrats?
Of the United States. It's not about me. It's not about all these other side issues. My sole focus will be on your future and reversing this country's decline.
We did a whole segment on
Yeah,
this
it's like
today.
he was listening to you.
Let's see what the Andy Price show is saying today. What are those listeners in St. Louis talking about?
Who do you give that to? Yes, give it to Christy. Christy, are you an alien?
And especially coming from a woman from New Jersey, I think it's horrible that just coming off from New Jersey, you asked me about unidentified flying objects or Martians. We're different, but we're not that different. The job of the President of the United States is to level with the American people about everything.
PW is in Australia. Hello from What is the opposite of down under? Up above? I'd say
Over
that,
top.
I say that in jest. My grandmother is from Australia, close to a town called Collinsville in Australia.
That is super ironic.
Yep, we're in St. Louis, Missouri. What time is it in Australia right now? I'm so happy that you're here. Thanks for joining us.
Themselves before our kids. That is the biggest threat to our country, not UFOs.
Okay. Well, coming up, we've got closing arguments plus right after the debate. Kennedy is live from the
Man.
room right here.
Christina says this is the best debate ever. How do you feel about the debate so far?
I've enjoyed myself.
As a Republican voter who has great concerns about the direction that the country is going right now, do you feel like you're being heard in a way that you maybe haven't?
I think so. I think there are some of these people on the debate stage, some of the candidates, they don't resonate with me as much as I would like. I mean, there's some of the big things that they get, and it's like, all right, cool, I could definitely vote for that over the current president. However, I do feel like some of them are really hitting my issues. And the thing is, though, I found myself not 100% with every one of them.
There's nobody who is
Perfectly aligned
perfect
with
fit.
Right.
What is it about DeSantis? Because that's who you have said previously. DeSantis is kind of the guy for you right now.
Yeah. It's his record. I mean, I watched what he did in Florida, and I was like, the United States could use some of what he's got in Florida. And then he comes up here. He comes onto the debate stage. He's strong. He's forceful. His answers have been good. They've been spot on. They haven't changed from what he's
more
been
do you
doing.
want? What haven't you got yet?
I would like a little bit better response on what we're going to do with Ukraine, but that's so, to me, that's so low on
How much of that do you have to have the other information, the stuff that we don't know, in order to fully commit to something? Because if you, like Donald Trump, when he's asked about this, he's like, I can't answer that question right now.
Yeah.
He's like, Donald Trump will say, day one, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this situation solved on day one. And they go, how are you going to do that? He goes, well, if I tell you now, then I won't be able to do it then.
That's
and
fair.
That makes sense.
That's fair. Yeah, and like I was saying, the Ukraine issue, I have such a different, like I was saying, I fall in between where Ramaswamy and Chris Christie are. Chris Christie is like 100% all in, but Ramaswamy is like almost 100% all out. I'm not an isolationist. I understand the values of addressing issues, little issues, before they become big issues that come to our shore. I'm familiar with what happened over the, what led up to World War II, what led up to World War I, how World War I led to World War II, and how the United States, we're just going to stay out of it. And then next thing you know, we're landing young men on beaches on D-Day to defeat the Nazis. Whereas if we could have been more involved, maybe we didn't have to lose as much life as we did. I don't know, maybe it's different. But I look at the Ukraine, I would rather tamp out fires when they're small. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think that Ukraine is the literal threat to democracy either. Like, if Russia takes Ukraine, that's going to be awful. It's going to be terrible. I don't think that they should do it. But it's not the end of democracy in Europe.
Yeah. I think, one of the things, was it Ramaswamy or was it DeSantis was talking about how, I think it was DeSantis was saying that we need to get Europe more involved.
Yeah. I think that was DeSantis.
You need to have more of a coalition of people who are contributing to this, and the United States cannot be the piggy bank of the world because we've been prosperous, because we're spending ourselves into oblivion.
Right. And I'm
right now.
And Ramaswamy is right. We need to take care of our own before we take it. It's Jordan Peterson calls it cleaning your own room. If you can't take care of your own room, you have no business going out and changing the world. We have to be able to take care of our own before we go out and fix the world's ills. I think that we can do both, but right now we're ignoring what's going on at home. DeSantis is absolutely right. Europe has a responsibility to clean their room, to defend their people. They're the ones that are going to be on the front line. They can't be looking at us like, well, are you going to pay for this so that we can have our socialized medicine and all of this other stuff? No.
I think we're going to need a picture.
Fund your stuff. Oh, yeah, here we go.
There's okay, yeah. Anybody else want to get a picture? We have so many people here from the chat right now. Scooch in. You can scooch in. Here, hold on a second. You want to sit down? Yeah, scooch in and around. We're taking a picture. He's so enthusiastic. Niall. I like it. Thank you for taking the photo. Yeah. Do that. Vicky, incoming. Yeah, I get that. No, let her know. Man, you guys, you chat people look out for each other. It warms my heart. Really? Collinsville's not that far from you. That's where my grandma's from. She met my grandfather, who is from the St. Louis area. She met my grandfather when he was serving in World War II, and they were serving in a building with General MacArthur. I don't know if that means anything to you in Australia, but she was serving in the Australian military, whatever that was, in 1940 something. Met my grandpa, they got married. She shipped home or shipped to the United States, and he followed her a year later. That is so cool. PW, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to join us. We broadcast noon to 3 p.m. Central Time in the United States every day, every weekday.
So in your closing statement tonight, please tell American voters why you
Closing statements now.
can inspire this nation to a better day. These are 45 seconds, and we begin with Governor Bruno.
My leg hurts so bad. No, him.
Listen, as somebody who's torn both ACLs,
Not good.
no, and like when I had my last surgery for my knee, I had to go to support my brother in something, it was the day after I got out of surgery. And I went there and I was a good brother and I supported him, and then my leg throbbed for days afterwards.
And you
I
couldn't
can't.
dope yourself up to
No.
numb the pain and have the cutie that you would need.
Yeah. So I'm really impressed with what he's doing, but he's going to pay for this tomorrow.
Closing arguments is something from a few of them that I'd really like to have for tomorrow.
Okay.
Good feature. This is where they get to make their case. Like, what's the key
Yeah.
thing for each of these candidates? I'm talking with my hand the whole time.
Right in front of my face.
And then it's like Wilson from. There you go.
And as president, I will bring out the best of America. I will improve every American life.
Gretchen Whitmer, Edward, from a Dem voter. Scooter agrees.
And he's in trouble because of failed leadership.
Well, you from us, but they're Democrats.
But that's yucky.
Well,
The solution is not
they
for
probably
least they
think a
didn't
lot
say
of this is
Pritzker.
yucky, and they're here watching.
At least they didn't say Pritzker.
bold ideas to America.
I try to have principles when I block people from the channel, but
is to bring out the best of our people. That's what Ronald Reagan did. And he did it with optimism and hope for our country, with consistent
And this is one that
That's exactly
that I think has been kind of a dud. I don't think he's stood out at all. Asa Hutchinson, no, he's just kind of blah.
building our economy, in terms of securing our border, enforcing the rule of law. I'll bring out the best of America in terms of our national character, our faith, and our hope for the future. Join in this fight, ASA2024.com.
Thank you. Senator Scott.
Thank you. I was a disillusioned young man growing up in a single-parent household, mired in poverty. I wonder if the American dream was real for a kid like me. I could stand before you today and say the dream is alive, it is well, and it is healthy. I had the good fortune of a mom who worked 16-hour days, making sure we had food on our tables. She taught me that if you're able-bodied in America, you work. If you take out a loan, you pay it back. You commit a violent
I've heard this speech from him.
you go to jail. And if God made you a man, you play sports against men. I'm Tim Scott.
And if God made you a woman, get in the kitchen. He did not say that.
You can go to votetimscott.com for more information. or
He's one.
make contributions.
He's one that would make me smile to vote for. I would smile when I was voting for Tim Scott.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Martha. Look, everybody on this stage wants to be the next president of the United States. And the only way that's going to happen is if we beat Joe Biden. I'm the only one on this stage who's ever beaten the Democratic incumbent in an election. I did it in a deep blue state, being outspent 3-1. Beating a Democratic incumbent is not easy. The last Democratic incumbent president who was defeated was Jimmy Carter. And he was defeated by conservative governor from a blue state who knew how to get results, who stood for the truth, ability, and stood strong and hard against waste. Those are the very things that I did in my 8 years as governor of New Jersey, and it's exactly what I'll do as president of the United States. Believe me, the Democrats want some other nominee who's never beaten the Democratic incumbent. I'm the one who can win this race, and if you give me the chance, I will restore our country by winning it.
Thank you. Governor Bailey.
That was kind of boring.
Several weeks ago, I dropped my husband Michael, a combat veteran from Afghanistan.
Oh, send that to me so I can make that your contact photo.
My husband just sent me a screenshot of watching this broadcast at home, and it is an unflattering photo.
If they are willing to protect
I wish I had a good mobile lighting setup.
we should be
Oh my
willing to fight
gosh.
for America here. Beat Joe Biden, and he
He's got kids in his bed. Hi, girls. Hi, Molly. Go to sleep. Vote Republican.
we will secure our borders, we will have the backs of our law enforcement, and we will make sure we have a strong national security. And once again, we will make sure we have an America that is strong and proud. We have a country to save. Join us. Go to NikkiHaley.com and let's get it done.
I'm waiting for someone to make you want to run through the brick wall.
Right.
That's what we want.
All right, here we go. The Pence pace.
Thank you, Brett. It's an honor to be here. Joe Biden has weakened America at home and abroad. Disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, the war on energy, runaway spending that launched the worst inflation in 40 years, a crisis at our southern border, an assault on our values and liberties, and the American people have enough. But I know we can bring it back. But different times call for different leadership. The Republican Party owes the American people a choice.
Guys, give us your comments. Who do you think is winning? Who do you think is losing?
Must not move a conservative agenda forward. We proved in the Trump-Pence years you can turn this country around faster than you can imagine. And I have faith we will again. Because I have faith in the American people. The good, decent, hard-working,
Adam says Burgum could donate those eyebrows to Locks for Love. They're not that bad.
Oh, man.
They're very full.
and if we will renew our faith in
Thorough.
one another and renew our faith in him.
This is so cool. I don't know if you're making this stuff up, PW, but I love you for it.
Best days for the greatest station on earth yet to come.
Thank you. Mr. Roundabout.
I was born in 1985, and I grew up into a generation where we were taught to celebrate our diversity.
He's younger than we are.
So much
Yeah, I know.
that we forgot ways we are really just the same as Americans, bound by a common set of ideals that set this nation into motion in 1776. And this is our moment to revive those common ideals. God is real. There are two genders.
These are his 10 commandments. He has these. I was going to do a story on this, and I never got around to it.
It's not a war. Parents determine the education of their children. The nuclear family is the greatest form of governance known to man.
I'll say that.
Capitalism lifts us up from poverty. There are three branches of government, not four. And the U.S. Constitution is the strongest guarantor
What's the
of
fourth?
freedom in human history. That is
The deep state?
That is
Yeah.
what will win
Yeah.
us the revolution of 2024.
I mean, you could say the judiciary is one. It has to be like the bureaucracy or the swamp.
My guy.
This is our time for choosing. We will send Joe Biden back to his basement and we will reverse the decline of this country. I'm a blue collar kid. I work minimum wage jobs to be able to make ends meet. I understand the importance of the American dream and I know how that slipped away from so many millions of Americans. We'll restore it. I'm a veteran who served in Iraq. I know what it means to put service above self. I'm also a dad and a husband, 6'5" and 3-year-old. I understand.
Like 6'5". I thought he was talking about his height. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, what?
Florida, we showed it could be done.
That's true.
I made promises and I delivered on all of those promises. 2024 is make or break. We're not getting a mulligan, no excuses. I will get the job done, and as your president, I will not let you down. God bless you all.
Blue girl in the house. I hear you. Hannah, that was for you. We miss you. All right. What do you think?
I thought that was an excellent debate. I think it was very spirited, so it wasn't flat. There was plenty of back and forth. I think that there was a lot of policy that made it out there. I think that I don't have any doubts about any candidates and what they stand for. I have a better understanding of that. Some of them separated themselves in good ways, in my opinion, and others separated themselves in bad ways, in my opinion. And so overall, I don't know. Trying to think of who I think the big winner is. I think
Isn't it crazy that they didn't attack DeSantis? Did
nobody went
anybody
after him.
ever land a blow on Ron DeSantis? I don't really feel like they did. I gotta scroll ahead and catch up.
Is that a win for DeSantis?
I think it's a huge win because all Ron DeSantis has done is have to fend off attacks. Scooter says DeSantis seems the opposite of what charisma is. I think he's like ready to get down to business. I like him. I'm coming from a place subjective favorably to Ron DeSantis, but I just don't get that that lack of personality attack that's
I don't get that either because I looked at him and did he have as much energy as say Vivek? No. But was he like boring? No. I don't know. That's what to me that is an attack that is somebody has paid a lot of money for. You say this a lot. Somebody paid a lot of money to put that label on him.
Yeah.
And then other people just parrot those and just talk about it. I don't think that he lacks
Katie
the
says
riz.
not Vivek, DeSantis was presidential. Ryan says a 6'5" president would sort things out. I think that's how tall Scott Rowland is.
Scott Rowland, yeah.
Hey. Good to meet you, Melissa.
Thank you for coming.
A day. That's okay. We'll take you any amount of time that you can come join us. Yeah. Well, it's nice to meet you, Melissa. Thanks for being here tonight. Did you have a good time? This is Brad.
Nice to meet you.
Ryan. Yep. Ryan had to go attend to some family stuff. So, well, thank you for being here tonight. Any clear winner that you think? Anybody you really liked from the debate? You liked Vivek?
Yeah.
Vivek and Tim Scott.
Were you disappointed in Scott's performance, or was it?
Take
Thank
care.
you for
Bye.
coming. Or was it more like he just kind of got swallowed up by everybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
didn't
feel
do
that way
anything to
too
hurt
about
himself,
him
but
too.
he didn't do anything to launch himself.
Right.
How do you feel about Trump? You want an alternative?
No, she took.
You ready for an alternative? All right.
Terry is her name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Some ego.
Nice meeting you.
Well,
too.
Melissa, it was nice to have you here. Thank you for being here.
Is it official?
And
Are we
travel safely
cousins?
home. Well, let's get here some of your comments here before we wrap up the evening. I'm going to travel home and then watch the Trump Tucker debate interview here. Let's see. Dave says none of them can win. I wonder if you think that Trump can win. Is that who you want? Trump's absence actually made the conversation so much more about substance. And if Donald Trump were there, it would have been focused around Donald Trump. But he is certainly
Say
the
hi
leader.
to-
I'm going to say hi to more people.
I'm
Hi,
well. How
I'm
are you?
Annie. I was going to say, you look familiar.
Yeah,
What's
she's
your name?
off. So.
Oh, yeah. Were you on the side of? Yeah, I remember that. It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming out here.
Oh yeah.
What'd you think about the debate? You want them to be nicer to each other. Did you miss Donald Trump on the stage?
Not really. I mean,
Do you support Trump?
support him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's my thing.
Yeah. No lack of support for Donald Trump, but you
No
want to
lack
win.
of support.
That's what I keep hearing. from
Yep.
people.
Did you have a big winner for tonight? Yeah.
You did like Vivek. What about you? Vivek? Anybody else stand out to you?
I know some that are definitely out.
Who? Who
Yeah.
are on the other list, so to speak?
I don't even know his name. Christy.
Christy?
Gentleman next to that. Hutchison. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So Christy and Asa gone.
Yes. For sure. Probably the North Dakota guy. I mean, I liked him.
Burgum
Yeah.
just didn't cut through.
He's not the right guy for the moment.
Hard to take him seriously. Nikki Haley, not doing it for you?
And yeah.
What'd you think about Mike Pence? You guys can't see them because I'm gonna say, but they both went like this at the same time. Let's do it at the same time. That was the Mike Pence response. What about Ron DeSantis?
He needs to get, he needs to get not so rehearsed. He needs to
Not so polished.
something.
Some personality.
I hit the right word.
Well, thank you for being here today. It's great to talk to you, and we appreciate you coming out. Yep, travel safely.
Bye.
Quick Rick, who you'd think would be in the chat here, but he's standing right on the other side of the camera right now. Can we ask you some questions?
Sure.
Who was the clear winner for you? Anybody? Anybody stick out as the absolute clear winner?
Can I put you on camera?
Do you want to be in? You don't mind being on camera?
No,
Okay.
no, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll pop you in here. Clear winner. Okay. Where are you on walking into this? Where were you on Trump?
On Trump, I hoping for somebody else.
You're ready to move on,
I'm ready to move.
but you're not. Are you ditching Trump? Would you vote for him if he wins the primary?
Supportive of you.
So you want to beat Joe Biden? Here, is this my phone?
Yep, that's one. That one's hot.
So you want to make sure that we beat Joe Biden.
Sure.
If Trump's the nominee, and that's what we got to do to beat Joe Biden, you have no problem supporting Trump.
You know, it's like I'll hold my nose and vote for Donald. You know, if he wins the nomination, I have nothing against the Trump policies and principles. I thought he did a great job as the president from 2016 to 2020, and I'm convinced that hopefully he will do the same thing if he gets reelected in 2024. But you know, I just believe that there's this drama and there's this circus
It's a
that
lot.
exists around him that distracts from the real problems that we've got as Americans and what the task that's before us really that we have to get done.
So real quick before we wrap up here, if you had to pick two people who stood out to you in a positive way and two people who you were like, I expected more from them and they didn't do what I expected.
Well, I think, you know, DeSantis, of course, is somebody who I think will carry the Trump policies, if you will, pretty effectively. And he's got a track record of having done that at the state level in Florida. So I've got some confidence there. I like the energy and the enthusiasm of Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
But when I look at his resume, I just don't see a lot of qualifications there.
Don't know if he's ready for the job.
I don't think he's ready for prime time yet. But I like the fact that he's energizing the younger people in the country. I think that's important as we go forward with our political development here to have young people energized and engaged in this process. You know, I'm part of the older guys here. You know, I'm a baby boomer.
Yeah.
And for crying out loud, I'm not going to be around that much longer. So
You've got you got plenty of time. I was
Yeah,
gonna
oh,
make a
yeah.
Joe Biden comment, but I just won't do that. I'll pass.
I'll have
take-
hopefully until 2024 to vote.
Yeah.
You know?
There you go.
Well, thanks for being here tonight. It's
Well,
great
thank you
to
guys for
meet you
doing
guys and see all y'all in person, and we will have more events.
This is a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's a great forum. I think it's good to pull all of us supporters of the show together.
Yeah.
Have a chance to put a name and a face together.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of fun. I think the more we talk, I'm kind of sorry some of our liberal friends didn't decide to come out.
I think they would have enjoyed it.
I do too.
Maybe next time.
Yep.
I think that maybe just a little open-mindedness, you know, and a little willingness to listen to each other and
On both sides.
on both sides.
Yep.
And talk and really I'd like to see more just kind of discussing the issues themselves and try and get the personalities out of it a little bit.
Well, to wrap this up, Scooter just commented, Quick Rick is a stand-up dude. You can tell. I don't know who we were talking about there, but I just thought I would highlight that comment from another
tell Scoot
stand-up dude.
I will still buy him a beer if he comes here
Yeah.
and
Share.
share him a beer. You know, so
All right. Well, thank you.
thank you a
Good to
lot,
see
guys.
you
Good
again.
to see you. And,
seeing you.
Don't be careful going home.
Yep.
Oh
we
yeah,
sure
for
will.
sure.
Fill up your gas tank.
Yeah,
Already
the
did
cheap side
that.
of the river.
Already did that.
Well, Brad, I think we're going to wrap it up here.
Yep.
We have to take all of this stuff down, hustle home. I will start sending him things on Twitter, clips that people put out that I think are interesting, and we have to watch what. How long was that? How long is that?
It's like 45 minutes or something.
Let me
like
find that again here real quick. Where is anybody watched anything with Trump yet? Are there any? Here it is. 46 minutes and 10 seconds.
I'm gonna pop that on my way home.
I was gonna do that, but I want to watch it.
You
I
want to
wanna
watch
see
it? I'm gonna listen to it.
And I am very excited. Have a good night. Take care. Take care. I can't wait to see it. I am so excited to watch the Trump thing because I feel like I'm riding kind of high on what the Republicans were able to put together there.
Yeah.
But Donald Trump has 20 plus, 30 plus points on all of them.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for entrusting your evening with us. And we will be back on the air tomorrow with great coverage from noon to 3 right here on the Annie Fry YouTube channel. But also, Donald Trump gets booked tomorrow.
This is true.
So we will have Hans von Spakovsky to talk about that right at the beginning. So we appreciate you. Thank you for being here with us. And we'll see you tomorrow.